made from scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak and our seafood delight pasta. The Rick House is open for lunch daily from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Take a break from your workday with lunch at the Rick House. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
We paid how much for those lessons?
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
No way. Now it's time for the encore.
You know what? You're right. 5 times? Not enough times.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Here is your ice-cold Pepsi Zero Sugar, sir.
Oh, thanks.
Wanna watch the game? Ooh, little sports ball on a Sunday afternoon. Don't mind if I do. Hey, did we win? It sounds like we won.
It's still the first quarter.
I must be lucky. People say that about me. Tough break on that free throw there. Shouldn't be doing that.
Dude, we're watching football. Come on.
For everyone who spent the entire game explaining the entire game, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
I like the, what do they call the Samoas?
Oh yeah, have the coconut on them?
I like
They're called Caramel Delights because Samoa's was offensive.
Those were your Redskin cookies.
Yeah, now they're the Commanders. I like the Commanders.
The peanut butter patties, which are your favorite, they used to be called tagalongs.
Yeah. Who does that offend?
I don't know.
People that tag along.
I don't
The tagalongs were offended.
People that show up when they're not invited.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Do we not agree? Sustained effort and violence.
It could be a total goat rodeo.
Cool, neat story. Was that supposed to be funny?
This is why nobody else can get on the Sug boat.
You know what? We couldn't get on the Sug boat.
It's a test.
What's the point of kissing his ass if we can't get on the Sug boat?
It's a test. Y'all are haters and non-believers.
Sug. Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, all haters and non-believers are welcome to tune in to this program, just not allowed on the Sug boat. Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live on a Friday, a free beer Friday, a super Friday, basketball eve Friday. I'm excited about this sports weekend and about today's show, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com, and also watch the show. Chime in with your question, comment, concern on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Make sure you like Pirate Radio on Facebook and watch our show there, or subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and you can watch the show and chime in there. We are monitoring both of those feeds here on this Free Beer Friday. Got a lot of guests to get to on today's program, and we'll set it up right now. So Super Bowl Sunday coming up. We will talk about that game from just about every angle. We'll talk to the prop queen, Ariel Epstein. She'll join us in about 25 minutes here on the show. Her favorite props for Super Sunday, and probably tonight in the NBA as well. Jeff Nadu will join us one final time before the Super Bowl for a few minutes coming up later on in this hour number one. So we will get you ready for all the side games you might be playing on Super Sunday at your Super Bowl party. Or whatever else you choose to do. Also at 4 o'clock, we'll talk all things NFL. We'll see what's going on this week with the Carolina Panthers, around the league, and of course focus on the Super Bowl with Tony Dunn, CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Morgan Ahlers joins us at 5 o'clock. We'll talk to Mark Greenhelge, Golf Shop Radio Show, recap Harold Varner III's victory last week, and more with Greeny in the 5 o'clock hour, and the return of Wager McGhee. We'll have him on for a few minutes, some quick hitter props that he likes for Super Bowl 56. So all that and more on the way today. We'll talk some Pirate hoops along the way, as well as East Carolina takes on SMU coming up 6 o'clock on Saturday, Minges Coliseum. We are also 1 week away from Pirate baseball at Clark LeClaire Stadium. So the final weekend without ECU baseball for a long time. So that's exciting stuff as well. Kind of sad that this will be our last Friday previewing a football game for a long time, but there's always something else, and that something else is Pirate baseball, which begins next week. Looking forward to Monday's Pirate Radio Live, where we'll have the guys inside the Players Lounge from the ECU baseball team. Agnos, Worrell, Mayhew, Wisenhunt, Giles, right off the top of my head, will be joining us, as well as the head baseball coach of the Pirates, Cliff Godwin. So that's all coming your way Monday at 3 o'clock. We'll welcome in Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer to the show today. And my good friend here on the table is, how about Bud Light next? Next! Bud Light next! This would be great for the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
That would be awesome.
Bud Light next.
Coming to you next.
A brand new, super crisp. You like your beer a little crispy?
Crispy, just like my wings.
I like to throw my beer in the air fryer for 3-4 minutes, get it crispy.
Crispy.
This is already crispy. Nice, cold, and crispy. How about zero carbs, Chandler?
Zero.
How many?
Zero.
Got to be 1 or 2.
None.
Zero. None.
Zilch.
Do we have the Mike Houston? Zero.
None.
It is brewed with tradition. What do you like your beer brewed with? For me, I like tradition. You know what I mean? I like to throw tradition into all my dishes. If I'm making a chicken dish, a casserole maybe.
We'll have to talk to Tony Dunn about this, because a couple of weeks ago on the show, I said I believe I saw a billboard where it was advertising the next
Bud Light next,
and I said there was zero carbs, and he said, "Homie,
you can't
have no carbs in beer, homie.
It is that you can't have zero carbs, homie.
It is this, and that is that you cannot have zero carbs in beer, homie.
Zero carbs, brewed with tradition. Did I mention it was brewed with legacy?
Crispy too.
And it's a little crispy, kind of like you like your wings. This Bud Light is created for a generation that, you know what? The greatest generation, we appreciate them. But this generation, we want a more interesting, equally refreshing, and lower carb and calorie beer option. Let's face it. That's what we want.
I'm facing it.
And that's what we get.
I'm facing it right now.
Bud Light next! It can be yours. I got a 6er up here. We're giving away a 12-pack and a large 2-topping pizza to Domino's. Bud Light Next is brought to you by and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989 and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
So I guess I might have to go to Tiebreakers, The Breaker, and get some crispy wings with a crispy beer. And that beer is the Bud Light Next.
Steve Hill says Bud Light Next is awesome. All right, he must have tried it. He also said Clipper. Susan Dean says hashtag Fire Matt Rule. Got that in early today.
Mike P's got to go in up there.
Mike P says this Bud Light is made for Degeneration Next. Are you ready? Dun dun. Craig asking what is available on the buffet on the Sugboat. Well,
are y'all having a Super Bowl party on the Sugboat Sunday?
Yeah, we'll get together on the Sugboat. Myself, CJ, Josh, John Moody's daughter. Is anybody else on? I guess Moody's still on. He passed along the Vance van to you, even though you're getting ready for the felt belt.
I'm trying to create this felt belt.
I love these.
I don't have time for a van.
I love these alternate storylines we've created with ECU basketball this season. I'll tell you, we'll do and CJ will get your input here. If I could put together the dream buffet on the Sugboat, I want lasagna. I want chicken fried rice and chicken lo mein. I want bratwurst. I want cheesesteaks. And I want my hot dip in the crock pot.
Did you say cheesesteaks?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Just cheesesteaks. All as far as the eye can see. CJ, what else do we need on the buffet on the Sugboat? We'll do a salad option with plenty of Catalina for everyone.
Okay, I'll make sure I don't go there. We got to do some wings, right?
Yeah, we'll do wings.
Yeah. And we got to send a picture to Chandler of the wings.
And, of course, some Bud Light Next.
That's your thing to say.
Next. Anything else? Wings?
Put some lumpia on there, Clip. I know you haven't had it yet, but that would be your time to try.
Are you from Pittsburgh?
No, I'm from
Havelock.
You are wearing your Steel City shirt today.
I was going to say a different country, but nothing came to mind.
Countries are hard to think about sometimes. All right, CJ. So that's what we have on our buffet. John Moody has put in his request: sesame chicken with pork fried rice on the buffet. I love some Americanized Asian food is right up my alley.
Asian.
Also, John went to the Breaker on Wednesday. Chandler, guess what? He got his wings extra crispy.
How do you like them?
Just like, how do you like them now? It
was on point, he says.
I like my wings crispy, and I like my Bud Light Next crispy.
Next!
All right, so there is that. We have had, Steve says, all turf and no surf. You know what? Let's throw some shrimpies up there, too. This thing just keeps growing.
Maybe get, that pasta that you like from Familia.
Oh, dear. How about last time I went to Familia? So I usually get like the linguine Alfredo with sausage and shrimps. Well, this time I had the sausage, I had the shrimps, I had the Alfredo, but my pasta, sometimes you got to treat yourself. It was an upcharge that I was willing to pay. Went with the tortellini, which is like, stuffed. And dude, it blew my mind. It made my tummy smile. So check that out. All right. We have talked all food and Bud Light Next so far.
Next!
On this show.
I believe that you have to say next every time we go to break.
I believe I can fly.
Do you believe that you can touch the sky?
I think so. I'll tell you who can. Felt Belt, R.J. Felton, and the Pirates will be flying and trying to touch the sky on Saturday, 6 o'clock, when they take on the SMU Mustangs. We do not have a line for that game yet. Yesterday, I said SMU minus 7.5. Y'all thought I was low. You still think I'm low?
I'm still trying to think what I said. Did I take it to double digits? I think I said 10.
Okay, well, what do you say right now?
10.
All right. I don't think they'll make the line. They won't make the line that high. I like the Pirates' chances tomorrow. I'm still feeling good about it. We're healthy, right?
As far as I know.
I mean, that we got.
Is J.J. Miles good to go?
Who was missing in that? No, did he play the other night?
I don't think so.
Right. So who was missing the Tulane game? Obviously, Suggs.
Robinson White had an illness.
Tremont was out. I mean, that was huge. We didn't even really know that at tip-off.
No.
We didn't. I didn't find out till like 8 minutes into the game.
Yeah,
where's Tremont?
No, I remember you mentioning as Robinson White touched the floor, and I was like, I'm pretty sure he has not all game long. And then that's when we found out that somebody commented, maybe it was John Moody, that said that he was battling an illness, a non-COVID illness. So, but he was back for the Tulsa game on Tuesday night. So, but yeah, I mean, you're without Suggs, Robinson White, and J.J. Miles against Tulane. That's just tough, and it doesn't help that Tulane was just knocking everything down too. But Pirates got a road win on Tuesday, and they're ready to get back at it tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
John Moody has giving a spoiler for the game tomorrow. Pirates 75-73. I could see it. I could see it happening. I hope it's a good, fun crowd in Minji's Coliseum coming up Saturday at 6 o'clock. All right, let's look at the baseball slate for next week. Talk a lot of ECU baseball on the show next week, getting you ready for the season, including with our players from the ECU baseball team and Cliff Godwin coming up on Monday. Pirates will get underway almost exactly a week away, 4 o'clock next Friday when they take on Bryant. Do you remember?
I do.
Facing off against Bryant.
In the Charlottesville Regional?
First game. I remember because East Carolina was the 3 seed, right? And Bryant was the 2, I think.
William and Mary was also in that regional.
Bill and him. But Bryant, going into the game, all we heard about was how they hit all these home runs. Like, they hit a tremendous amount of dingers that season. But the Pirates were able to knock them off, knock off Virginia, and then knock off William and Mary to win that Charlottesville Regional. Bryant will be here. All those games, by the way, Friday at 4, Saturday at 2, Sunday at 1, will be available on ESPN Plus if you're out of the area. But if you're around here, let's get over to Clark LeClaire Stadium. Awesome number of season tickets sold, but still some room for walk-ups and all you jungle folks. So we will be enjoying some baseball this time next week. Pirates will be on the road at Campbell, and then they play that series with North Carolina.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That's kind of weird.
It was going to be home, neutral, away.
It was going to be Chapel Hill. Yeah, it was going to be Chapel Hill, then Durham, I believe, and then Greenville. And then
now it's Chapel Hill, Greenville.
Exactly.
So there will be one game. But that'll be a 4-game stretch where they play North Carolina and Duke that weekend, and then Duke on Tuesday.
That Sunday when we played the Tar Heels at home, that will be a 4 o'clock first pitch on a Sunday. That feels kind of weird, right? Usually those Sunday games are like around 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
So that will be a 4 o'clock first pitch for that baseball game.
All right, so we got baseball coming up next week. Softball update. Shirley, have you been keeping up with what's going on?
Start of the season today.
The Pirates got down 3-0 to the Georgetown Hoyas. Last I saw it was 3-2. Shirley, what do we got?
They've tied it at 4-all. They're in extra innings right now. They actually tied it in the top of the 7th to force the extra innings. Currently, ECU has the bases loaded with Bailey Ledvina at bat with 1 out. So they're poised to hopefully, if they can get a couple of runs here and shut out Georgetown in the bottom of the 8th, they'll walk away with a win. They lost earlier today. They got shut out by Purdue 7-0. So still working on that first win. What in the world are you doing?
It's the era of the wink. It's the era of the wink,
Shirley. We're winking.
It's the wink era.
I thought you had a tick in your face or something. I didn't know what was going on.
I've been doing it for 5 minutes, and now my eye hurts.
Well, I was trying to look and try to give you some information.
I know. And all I wanted you to do was look at me. Look at me.
Look at me.
Look.
You know what, Shirley? That kind of bummed me out. I forgot they played earlier and lost to Purdue.
But they have a chance to win this one. Like I said, bases loaded, 1-1 count, top of the 8th, 1 out.
All right, keep us posted, if you will, on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
So, softball, let's see what they're playing this weekend. They are on the road. They'll be home next weekend, so we'll have a lot going on next weekend here in Greenville.
Yeah, I think this tournament is called the Kickin' Chicken Classic.
That it is.
Okay, and then they'll be home next weekend which kind of sucks because I'll miss it.
They have Georgetown again tomorrow at 10 a.m., Purdue at 12:30 on Saturday, and then play Coastal 12:30 on Sunday.
It is now 5-4 East Carolina.
Boom! Did we? Are we the home team?
We are the away team. So.
All right. Well, let's add to it.
Yeah.
Let's get some up.
Bases are still loaded, still one out, and so yeah.
All right.
So you said you were going to miss 1 week in the ECU softball because you're going to be playing softball.
A lot of softball.
A lot of softball. I'm going to play probably 9 to 10 games in 2 days.
You know what's crazy?
That's crazy.
It is. It's nuts.
Have y'all ever felt a softball before?
Not so soft.
Not soft.
It's hard. I mean, who named that?
Maybe they should call it hardball.
And that's the kind of stuff you get right here on Pirate Radio Live.
Especially on a Friday.
All right, everybody, get your wink on. The wink, trying to get
your wink on. Get your wink on. Get your wink on.
Trying to get his first win as the head coach of the ECU softball Pirates. We had him in studio last Friday.
Winking away.
We were just winking at one another. Hey, good luck this year. Hey, y'all are going to be good this year, right?
We had talked about
that.
So
we did do it.
A lot of winking and pointing. Is that pretty much how it went?
Yep, you got it. All right, my eye really does bother me now. Next Friday, Colgate, Wagner, and Rutgers will be in town for the Pirate Clash. Shirley, are you more of a fan of the Pirate Clash or the Pirate Invitational, which will be going on the following week? Oh, by the way, there's the Purple Gold Invitational coming up in March.
For baseball or softball?
This is all softball. We're running out of names for our invitationals.
All right. So for the Pirate Clash, who do we have?
Wagner, Colgate, Rutgers.
Okay.
Pirate Invitational. Gardner-Webb, Villanova, Fairleigh Dickinson. Purple Gold Invitational. Ryder, Bryant, Morehead State.
I'm going to go with the Rutgers. What is that? The Pirate Clash.
Rutgers, Colgate, and
make that
Wagner.
6-4 East Carolina.
Pour it on!
Boom!
As they forced a walk.
Boom!
So we're still bases loaded, one out.
Look, if we all wink together, just the vibe.
I can't wink because if I try to wink, it ends up being a both eye wink.
I'm going to go to my left now because my right one's starting to hurt.
Can I wait?
If we all just think of the
doing good.
The vibes and the moment. Now when you say something, it all sounds sarcastic when you wink right after it.
Yeah.
Well,
Chandler,
when I try to wink, it feels
sorry.
more like I've got something in my eye as opposed to just being all seductive or whatever.
Chandler, I like your outfit today.
Hey, you're doing a good job hosting the show.
Oh boy, we have fun. Let's see. Anything else before we take a break and talk to the prop queen Epstein? Do the Hornets play tonight?
Hornets.
They play at 12-43 Detroit. If they don't win tonight,
there's issues.
All right.
Is it the first?
Who are they playing?
The Pistons.
I mean, there really is issues because they've lost 6 in a row.
Is Montrezl Harrell playing tonight?
That was my question I was going to ask.
We got a lot of questions.
Debut of Montrezl Harrell?
We got no answers. A lot of questions, no answers. So that's going on tonight on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Pirate Hoops tomorrow. More Pirate softball on the road tomorrow. Super Bowl Sunday. We'll talk a lot about that throughout the show and with our next guest, and our first guest, Ariel Epstein, who will join us on the other side of this timeout. Don't forget, Free Beer Friday. Today we're giving away Bud Light Next. Zero carbs, super crisp light beer from Bud Light. We'll be giving away a 12-pack of that in hour number 3. A lot more to go on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
Thinking about takeout tonight? Familia can make everything real easy for you with a great selection of Italian food and more. Visit FamiliaNC.com to see the full menu featuring pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts. Place your order online or call 689-6330 and Familia will have your order ready in their convenient drive-through window for pickup. Finish up a busy day with a great dinner for yourself or your family from Familia. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our number one priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulp of Mexico, a huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and now available through DoorDash, featuring a half gallon of the famous margarita mix to go for only $9.99. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Need some beer for the weekend? The Jarvis Street Bottle Shop near Christie's Euro Pub is the specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews along with wine and growlers. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating North Carolina craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by Tuesday through Sunday or check out the Jarvis Street Bottle Shop on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as we head back into the show clip, I'll give you a quick Buck scoreboard update. We are now in the bottom of the 8th inning. East Carolina is still leading Georgetown 6-4. They have done the I guess you could say the sudden death situation where they will put a runner at second.
Oh, yeah.
That runner has advanced to third, but there is one out. So if East Carolina can hold on here, they'll walk away with Coach Wink's first win of the season.
Wink it up.
And they have just gotten, actually, that runner has scored. So it's now 6-5 Georgetown. However, there are 2 outs.
6-5 ECU.
What did I say?
6-5 Georgetown.
Yeah, what I said. Anyway, 6-5 ECU.
All right.
I'm joking. But that is your Buck scoreboard, brought to you by the Buck. Join the Buck for the biggest Super Bowl party in town. The Buck has 15-foot 4K TV screens with over 18 TVs. And you surely will not miss any of the action. They'll also have live music following the big game. What?
Shirley.
What? Shirley.
You surely will not miss the action.
Don't call me Shirley. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in eastern North Carolina with live music 7 days a week. Now back to you, Clip. I ran out of music.
Softball Shirley is going on a softball trip next week. We'll talk more about that.
I'll be documenting that, by the way.
Good.
So we'll have a little bit of a Pirate Radio behind the scenes deal.
Pirate Radio on the road.
Pirate Radio on the road,
Live from Tampa.
Live from Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Let's check in on the athletic prowess of our next guest. She is a friend of the show, doing big things. She is Ariel Epstein, joining us here to talk Super Bowl 56. Ariel with Yahoo Sportsbook. Ariel, tell us about your athletic background. Did you play anything in high school or growing up?
I was a gymnast for most of my life, and then following gymnastics, I did some tennis. Unfortunately, because of so much gymnastics my whole life, I really didn't get too into contact sports. I tried softball a year, but I started it in middle school. By the time that I hit the field, those windmills were coming at me at like 60 miles an hour. I said, I'm going back to individual sports.
There you go. Control what you can control in your individual sports. I like that. All right, Ariel. How about the matchup in general? I've said all along that I like the kind of randomness of it. You got some new teams, even though the Rams were there a few years ago. It still feels different. There's no Patriots, Chiefs, Brady. So I like that aspect of this game. How about you, the matchup overall?
The matchup's okay. I feel like it still could have been a bit better. I know the Bengals fan base is going to show up. The Rams don't really have much of a fan base. This is the problem when you decide to keep moving teams around in sports. I just don't see this being one of the more exciting, memorable Super Bowls. I always hope that they prove me wrong. This just doesn't have that flair to it, at least not to me. I'm sure people feel differently. I understand how much you like that there's not a big name necessarily. It's not one of the main players, but the storylines are great, and that's what I'm going to stick with. It's still the Super Bowl. It's still awesome. I just don't see this being one of those memorable games that we'll talk about for forever.
All right, let's talk props, Ariel. Let's start with the quarterbacks. As you mentioned, that you've got the storylines there with Burrow in year 2. He's turned the whole franchise around in a hurry. He's got his buddy Jamar Chase. And then Matt Stafford went from a good quarterback in a bad situation, and that was kind of his legacy, to now, if he wins the Super Bowl and you start piling up all those numbers, he gets in the Hall of Fame discussions. He could change his whole deal if he wins this thing. So you've got the storylines there. How about the QBs and the passing numbers, the over-under touchdowns, anything from the quarterbacks in this game you're looking at?
I probably am not going to end up betting these markets just because they're very public and very sharp when it comes to how the books book them. I wrote an article on Yahoo Sports where I talked about the passing yards for quarterbacks, receiving yards for wide receivers, and the rushing yards for running backs. They're just so mainstream that the books are so good at booking these already. That's why I go to some other smaller markets. If I had to choose one, though, Clip, I'm not a huge fan of what Joe Burrow is going to be up against. He's got to face one of the best defensive lines in the league with Aaron Donald and Von Miller coming off two different edges. Whenever he's been up against the top 10 defense when it comes to sacks, Burrow has struggled. He has only gone over 300 passing yards in one of those games. He was sacked 5 times in 5 out of the 7 games, and he threw a pick in all but one of the games. These top 10 defenses, when it comes to pressure, are really good against Burrow. And the only reason that I'm staying off the under for his passing yards is because the Rams secondary scares me. They're the fourth worst secondary against wide receivers this year, and Burrow has torched those kinds of secondaries. It's just going to come down to how much the pressure really does affect him this upcoming weekend, considering his offensive line allowed the third most sacks this season.
Ariel Epstein joining us. So if you're not playing the receivers, running backs, how about tight ends? Do they come into the equation here? Because you have two banged up yet very talented tight ends in this game, Ariel.
That's the unfortunate part, that they're banged up.
Yeah.
If they weren't, if Tyler Higbee, the Rams tight end, was healthy, I would be all over his props. The Bengals have been atrocious against tight ends all year. They allow the fifth most receiving yards to the position. There have been major tight ends that have gone off against them. Travis Kelce just did it last week. Mark Andrews of the Ravens, Darren Waller of the Raiders. There are a bunch of tight ends that are a little bit higher on the list than Higbee for sure. Just Higbee has been that player that's really stepped up this season and come up in really clutch spots. He always seems to come through when he's up against a defense that struggles against tight ends. I would love his props if he's remotely healthy.
Ariel Epstein joining us. Ariel, how much do you get involved with the non-sports props? They go on the toss, the anthem, the Gatorade, who does the MVP think, all that stuff. Are you sticking to sports, or do you get into that stuff during the Super Bowl?
Nah, I don't get into that stuff just because I want to be able to cap what I can actually cap.
Yeah.
You can't cap any of this unless Zach Maskovich is standing outside the stadium. It just doesn't happen.
Do you have anybody out in California that's timing the anthem like Zach was last year in Tampa?
It's so funny how much of a legend Zach became. I just wish people knew his name to associate. All they do is call him really mean things when they associate with how he got the bets all pulled off of Sportsbook for the anthem.
Yeah, he's a legend, and also I kind of feared for his life with all these sharps that wanted to make some money on that, but they can't do it now. So that was hilarious that our old friend Zach Maskovich was in the headlines this time last year. All right, Ariel. So anything else prop wise, team, player, anything else you're looking at for Sunday?
Yeah, a couple of props. I actually figured out finally what my top two props are. Well, I have a few that I do like also that are a little bit more unique and something I haven't bet, and you'd only get them for the Super Bowl. So I'll start with those. The unique bet that you don't get aside for in Super Bowl is I got both kickers to kick a field goal for 35 or more yards. McGhee doesn't kick from far, the Rams kicker. However, in all the home games this year, he has kicked a field goal for over 35 yards. As for Evan McPherson, the Bengals kicker, he's just been phenomenal. He's 12 for 12 in field goals in the playoffs, and he's kicked a field goal at this distance, a bunch of times this year. I like for both them to kick over 35 yards. And the thing is, the longest kick is 47.5, but you could get them both down to 35 as long as they both, of course, have to kick one. It's not just one kick, now it's two. Yeah. I also like over 1.5 field goals on Evan McPherson. As I mentioned, he has been so great this postseason, 12 for 12. He's also kicked in 4 different indoor stadiums, and in 3 out of the 4, he's gone over 1.5 field goals. My other prop that I like is on the Rams side, and I like the Rams wide receiver Van Jefferson over 17.5 yards on his longest catch. He's gone over this number in 13 of his last 15 games. The only reason that last week he didn't go over the number was because he was hurt in the first half. Then in the second half, he came back in, played the entire game. It's just his quarterback, Matt Stafford, threw him atrocious, uncatchable balls. Van Jefferson's good for a deep ball each game. He catches 2 to 3. I love Van Jefferson's longest reception.
Ariel, you stick with what works. You love these longest reception props. So what do you think your record is on those this season? You were good on those.
Oh, that's a good question. It's funny. I keep records of everything overall, and I'll keep records of each individual sport.
Yeah.
I don't keep records of each individual prop, so that's something I'll have to get back to you on.
We need an aerial tracker out there because that longest reception, I know I've tailed you on some of those this year. They've been good.
They're good if you get the right spots, and sometimes I've been burned by the number one receivers, Jamar Chase being one of them, where I think that I'm getting a longest reception prop, and then he ends up with a catch that's a yard or two shorter than the prop, and he goes off for 100-something receiving yards. Those are the risks that you take. It's guys like Van Jefferson who don't get a lot of receptions they just are your deep threat. I mean, Van Jefferson has the second most 20-plus yard catches on the rounds behind Cooper Kupp this year.
Ariel, it was an exciting day yesterday with the NBA trade deadline. The problem is for you and people who do what you do, I saw that there was a lot of confusion about NBA props last night. Who's playing? Who's on a plane? Who's got to go through a physical, before they can join the team? So there might still be some of that going on tonight. So are you staying away from the NBA tonight?
I'm staying away. It's just these next couple of weeks are going to be really difficult. Now, it's my day off, so I'm allowed to stay away today. If I wasn't off, I would have to just find something. It's difficult, though. Yesterday was a really rough day because we record our videos in the morning. The deadline, of course, was in the afternoon.
Yeah.
There were trades that happened in between the editing time that my producer was editing the video. I said, oh, my gosh, please don't get traded. And fortunately, I had a Luka Doncic prop, not a Kristaps Porzingis prop. Luckily, we already knew Porzingis was out, so there was no way to confuse that. I just didn't realize he was going to get traded. It was a crazy, crazy day yesterday, and honestly, just if you're betting the NBA, I'm going to be doing this too in the next couple of weeks. Just decrease your unit size because with the All-Star break coming up next week, a lot of players are going to be sitting out.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a player that you're betting, everyone around them in the rotation affects how they play. You have to make sure that the person that sits out that week leading into the All-Star game isn't going to affect your player. Then coming out of the All-Star break, they're kind of slumping because they just had a break. And then they're getting used to their new teammates that just came over from trades. The next couple of weeks in the NBA are the toughest to get a grasp on. That's why I'm going to decrease unit size for the next few weeks.
All right, good insight from Ariel Epstein joining us today. Ariel, if people obviously can follow you on Twitter at Ariel Epstein. I think you said you're trying to get your Instagram numbers up too. What's that name?
Ariel Epstein on Instagram. I'm really trying. I think I'm like one follower away from 6,000 followers.
All right, let's get that number up. And how else can people follow what you're doing, Ariel?
Make sure to download the Yahoo Sports app and sports.yahoo.com. It's where we're posting all of our articles and our different videos in the Yahoo Sportsbook Twitter as well for the Super Bowl on Sunday. It'll be awesome and so much different insight that we're going to be providing for props, sides, totals, etc.
Ariel, great stuff. Appreciate you joining us as always. And how are you watching the Super Bowl? You got a big party? What are you doing? Something with Yahoo? What are you doing?
I actually have this promoter who's in the city that got us a table, me and a few friends, at a bar called 310 Bowery. So it's going to be fun.
Awesome. Well, enjoy. And I still can't believe sometimes the life you live when I see pictures of you and Stu Feiner, and what a wild, crazy existence you have, Ariel.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, if he was at your trivia night clip, it would just be an absolute disaster.
You're hanging out with Mincy, you're hanging out with Stu. I mean, you're living the dream.
Thanks so much. I'm all started in Eastern North Carolina.
See ya, Ariel. Enjoyed it.
Thanks, Cliff. Good luck.
All right, there is Ariel Epstein, the prop queen, joining us. Used to rub elbows with myself and Maskovich, and now she's hanging out with Stu Feiner and Ben Mintz, Chandler.
What a life.
You're a huge Stu fan.
I'm a huge Stu Feiner fan. I'm a Stu stan.
And like once every 2 weeks, you'll see a picture, a selfie of Ariel and Stu just hanging out.
Stu Feiner celebrating his father's 85th birthday today.
Wow, what a legend. All right.
And before we go to break, congratulations to ECU softball. They picked up their first win of the season, 6-5 over Georgetown, and in 8 innings.
Hey, Allen Iverson.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Patrick
hey, buddy.
Ewing.
Yeah, hey, buddy.
Hey, Dikembe Mutombo.
Tell him, Clip. Tell him.
You just got winked.
You just got winked, brother. You just got winked. The first win in the wink era. And guess what? You can't spell win. Wait.
You can't spell
wink. You can't spell wink without win.
You totally just tank that.
I like where you're going. Yeah.
Without win.
I like that. I like that. In fact, hurry up and tweet that out before I take it from you.
He's on it.
The wink. Picking up win number 1. We're back with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, right after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above. Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio. Blah, blah, blah. This. Blah, 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 blah. Is. Blah. Pirate. Blah, blah. Radio.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. You can take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. And if you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncstateparks.gov. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we're winking it up. Shane Winkler, head coach of ECU softball, getting his first win as the Pirate head coach. So everybody out there, wink it up. Somebody sent me, Rich on Twitter, sent me a picture of a drink, a beverage called Wink. It says Canada Dry, and it looks very old. It's a very old bottle. I've never heard nor tasted Wink, the drink, but I'm going to have to try to find that now. All right, Super Bowl Sunday on tap. If you're out and about, you can hear the game right here on Pirate Radio. We got Pirate Hoops coming up, 6 o'clock, Minges Coliseum on Saturday. We'll talk about that as well. With the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. He joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Big man, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Big news yesterday. James Harden traded to the 76ers. Please credit Jeff Nadu. Circa, 2020, Jeff? You've been calling this one for a while now.
Yeah, just really waiting for it to happen. I think we all thought when Daryl Morey came to Philadelphia, it was going to be Drummond that would try to get James Harden and him back together, and he was able to do it. And this is really an end to the process. This was a long time. It's been a long time coming, and, now it's time to go win. I've been really kind of just out on this team for a while. Just a lot of it was run the right way, and good for them for finally creating a new start here, giving Joel Embiid a star around him, and I'm really excited to see how it all works out. And we're going to find out tonight in the first game. Now, Harden won't play, but I think there's going to be a palpable buzz in Philly. I know there already is. People are excited, and I'm looking forward to it. It's time to win now.
Jeff, I have not looked. I'll look it up as we speak. How did yesterday's moves impact the odds for winning the East, winning the NBA title? Have you looked at that movement at all after what Philly did yesterday and what Brooklyn did yesterday?
Yeah, it came down pretty considerably. Sixers 6.5 to 1 to win it. I mean, I think they're going to be right near the Bucks. Two teams that are the best teams in the East, and James Harden obviously gives this team a great scorer and really someone that can do everything. The whole thing is, as well, is you're able to keep Matisse Thybulle, you're able to keep Tyrese Maxey. You still have, some of the young talent that you wanted to retain. Now, you do lose Seth Curry, who, was a good player for this team, a good shooter. You lose Andre Drummond, but that can all be made up with James Harden, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think they're still going to grab a buyout candidate, whoever that will be at guard, whether it's Goran Dragic or whoever. So I think, they're going to be right towards the top of the pile, and in the East, they're right there at number one.
Jeff Nadu, big man on campus, joining us here on Pirate Radio Live, talking to us some NBA. We'll switch gears. Let's go to college hoops, and then we'll get to the Super Bowl. The Pirates, East Carolina, Jeff, were in a long losing streak. Looked like they were about to throw in the towel on this season, but they go on the road. They beat a struggling Tulsa team, so beating Tulsa, no reason to throw a parade, but anytime you win a road game in your East Carolina, we're going to celebrate it. So it was good to see them get back in the win column. Now they play back at home Saturday against SMU. SMU just beat Houston for Houston's first loss in the American. So Pirates will be an underdog here. I kind of like that SMU won the other night. Maybe you can catch SMU on a letdown, but I guess generally speaking, Houston is going to get in the NCAA tournament. SMU is going to play a string of must-win games, really starting on Saturday, right? What do you think about the Mustangs and their resume, Jeff, for a chance to make it as an at-large this year?
I don't think it's as inviting as some of the other teams. This is not a league where every night you're playing a quad one team. If you're in the Big Ten or SEC, you can have that luck, but you don't. I mean, this is also a team that lost to Loyola Marymount. They lost to Missouri. They really don't have that many quality wins outside of the Houston game. I mean, their best win outside of that, I guess, is Dayton, Memphis. I mean, nothing crazy. So, yeah, for SMU, it's all about, going on the road and not losing games. They've still got another game against Memphis, another game against Houston. The goal is just keep winning. But that's not to say this won't be a sleepy spot a couple of days later in Minges Coliseum, as you said. East Carolina, a good defensive team. They got Suggs back. They're going to be a thorn in the side to SMU. And this is an SMU team that throughout the Tim Jankovic era has not ever had any consistency. So, do they win? Yeah, they should. But do I win in 3+ possessions? Probably no.
Pirates upset the Mustangs a couple years ago in Minges. They'll try to do the same Saturday at 6 o'clock. One top 25 matchup tonight in college hoops, Jeff, and that would be the UConn Huskies taking on Xavier. Right now, the Big East, you got Xavier and UConn ranked right at the tail end of the AP Top 25 poll, 24 and 25. Shaka Smart's Marquette Golden Eagles are ranked, as is Providence Villanova. You've got Creighton, Seton Hall. So it's, I don't know, how do you look at the Big East this year? Is Providence better than the rest? Is Nova the best team? How do you handicap the Big East going into February here?
I don't handicap it. I don't bet this conference. I think it's a complete coin flip every night. I think there are just a bunch of average teams here. As far as this game, I have no idea. I really become kind of awful in this conference. I don't think there's any consistency with it. I guess maybe outside of Providence. It's a tough game. I would say, Clip, I guess tonight, go home, you have a dog, write Xavier on a piece of paper and write UConn on the other and see which one the dog picks. And that's who I'd pick in this game.
Well, I mean, is it not that way across the entire landscape? Maybe not as dramatic as the Big East, but like with the portal and the parity, I feel like it's that way night in, night out. You really, and this is why you're good at what you do, you dig deep and find those edges. But, man, it just seems like, everything's a coin flip in college basketball today.
I get what you're saying. I just think this one's an even bigger one.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just a lot of teams that are very similar. I find it hard. I haven't had a lot of luck with it too, and that could be why. But I don't know. It's just something about the Big East that I just find completely uninviting.
Do you like anything on tonight's slate? I hadn't really looked at it yet, Jeff. Looks like not a ton of headline games, but anything you like? Mountain West, A10, any action tonight?
I'm pretty much skipping this card. I played State a little bit. I think Milwaukee's quit, but there's only 12 games on the card outside of the one we talked about earlier. I think it's one of those where you turn the page, maybe go out and have dinner with the wife or whoever, and worry about Saturday.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Get ready for a big Saturday in hoops and a big Sunday with Super Bowl Sunday. Jeff, you said at the outset of the playoffs that the Rams were the best team and we're going to win this thing. That could come to fruition on Sunday night. So there's that. You like the Rams to win this game Sunday, Jeff? Is that right?
Yeah, I do. I think they win like 31-21. I just think, look, they've unloaded the entire future to win now. And generally those teams are get the job done. It just seems like a game where I think, Bengals are just getting a little too much respect. Look, I think Joe Burrow's terrific. He's had a great season. The Bengals are a nice story, but I don't know. This just seems like it's not David versus Goliath. The Bengals have a shot, but the Rams are just bigger, faster, and I just think better overall. They're at home. I think Jalen Ramsey really locks down and kind of, all due respect to Jamar Chase, kind of puts him in his place a little bit. Look, Jamar's a good player, but Jalen Ramsey's on another level. That pass rush, you got Cooper Kupp, you got Odell Beckham, you got a run game, you got a veteran quarterback who's, just kind of waited his whole career for this. So I think for me, it's kind of putting the Bengals in their place. Look, I have them at 40-1 to win the Super Bowl. I have the Rams as well. I'm going to make money regardless.
Yeah.
Look, I'd love the Bengals to win. I don't think they will, though. I think this, as I said, I think it's a 31-21 type of game.
All right, Jeff, I always bring this up with you. What do you have a John Bon Jovi prop for us this year? I call it that because I think it was one of the first years we had you on Pirate Radio. We were talking Super Bowl, and you said, Clip, there's a prop. Will John Bon Jovi be shown in Robert Kraft's box? And you said, take yes, and run it to the bank. And sure enough, his face popped up in Robert Kraft's box. So I'll always remember that prop, Jeff. Do you have anything kind of off the wall for us this year? What are you looking at?
Yeah, they call those novelty props. Do I have one of those this year? I've done a little research on this one. Look, guys, I know it's weird. Guys and girls, it's weird. But I did a little research. The bet's offered. I played it. Mickey Guyton. She's singing National Anthem, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
I have no idea who Mickey Guyton is.
Neither do I. Shirley, who is Mickey Guyton? Nope, she doesn't know. She's already...
No clue.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it looks like she's some kind of country music singer. I don't know. But You keep in mind, it's nice weather. It's LA, okay? It's the media capital of the world. It's everybody's famous. You're probably saying, what are you getting at here? Well, I've seen a lot of pictures of Miss Guyton, and let's just say, Clip, she likes to show off some features occasionally.
I'm Google imaging her as we speak. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Will Mickey Guyton show cleavage during the anthem? Yes, minus 155. I played that. It's become pretty obvious. Look at all the award shows she's been at. She shows cleavage. It's going to be nice weather. Why not have some fun? She's young. She's hip. She's interesting. I think she shows her figure off. Let's just say that.
This is why we have Nadu on the show. And as I'm looking at these pictures, a lot of cleavage. There are a couple where she is in long sleeves, but I love that you think ahead. Weather, LA, it's going to be nice, so probably short sleeves. What a bet, Jeff. This could be
fine, Clip. On Sunday in LA, it's supposed to be 87 degrees.
Oh man, yeah, you got to throw the sleeves off for that. So
yeah,
I love this. That's fantastic. Anything on the field, Jeff, or around the game prop wise that you really love for Sunday?
Yeah, look, so I've played a lot of Cooper Cup over. Obviously, it's high. It's 105.5, but, I mean...
We were saying, Jeff, can you even make that number too high? Like, everything seems low when you look at his stuff, you know?
That's the thing. If it's 109.5, I'm playing it. I'd probably stop at, like, 115-ish, but, like,
yeah.
I mean, 142 against the Niners, 183 against the Bucks, 118 against the Niners. You know, you look at this defense, it's not great. I think that the Bengals are a nice team, but defensively, I don't think they're great. I think the offensive line for the Rams is good enough. We're going to see a lot of passes in this game. I think Cooper Kupp, longest reception, over 28.5, around that 30 number is good as well. I think it's going to be a big day for Cooper Kupp. I don't mind maybe taking a shot with an MVP. Clip, if he has a 11 receptions, 156 yards, he's the MVP. Okay, it's that simple. I think that's a pretty decent prop as well. One that's kind of interesting here, will there be a 100-yard rusher? You have to lay a number. I'm going to go no.
Jeff, I did a question Wednesday night sports trivia. There's only been 3 100-yard rushers since like 2012. Frank Gore, Marshawn Lynch, and Damian Williams, I want to say, are the only 3 100-yard rushers like in the last 15 years of the Super Bowl.
Right. So you keep in mind, what has Joe Mixon played? 18, 19 games? He's only gotten to 100 yards in 3 of them, and all 3 of them came against teams where they were either up by 20-plus points or bottom 5 defense, rushing-wise.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. As far as Cam Akers, I don't know. I just don't think he's going to be a real focal point of this offense. Again, I think you're obviously dealing with the concern that, like, let's say this game's out of hand and somehow, Cam Akers gets, garbage time and just breaks a big run or something, but I'll take my shot there. I think this is a price that I'm willing to lay. I don't think we see a ton of rushes involved in this game.
I like that. No 100-yard rusher, big day for Kupp, and Mickey Guyton will show cleavage during the national anthem.
Another one, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a wild prop, and I have to give one of the Action Network people that credit for this. I saw they posted it. What coach will call timeout first?
Mm-hmm.
You look at Sean McVay. According to a guy, Michael Lopez, he conducts these studies on different things. He did a study on timeouts being called by coaches, and according to his findings, Sean McVay leads the NFL with 2.9 unnecessary timeouts per game.
Wow.
He's very liberal in how he uses his timeouts.
Interesting.
So that's kind of interesting. Maybe take a shot. Numbers don't lie.
I like it. That's doing the research and following the right people. Jeff Nadu joining us. All the college basketball games broken down on his Patreon, patreon.com/BMOC. Also, if you're into mob history, you can download the Sit Down podcast and get all those episodes right now. Jeff, how are you watching the Super Bowl? You hanging with friends, family, watching it alone, going out? What do you do for Super Bowl Sunday?
Yeah, my parents usually host a little party. We'll have some good food. A friend or two of mine will be there. Just kind of hang out. I'm sure, that's kind of what most people do.
Yeah.
It's still kind of cold. It's actually pretty nice around here, though, so I'm sure Sunday will be nice, and, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, the halftime show should be decent as well, kind of some of the people that I enjoy. I will say, Clip, the artist to perform first, got to go ladies first. Mary J., the queen of R&B. She's not a good actress, but she's a great singer. I'm searching for a little real love. That sounds great. Mary J., give her the shot, legendary female singer. Then we go right into Snoop, Dre, Eminem, finish it off with Kendrick Lamar, the young kid, the young strapper. He waits to the end. Mary J. Blige plus 175 to perform first.
What's the 411? An album that I owned in the early 90s. I'm Going Down was one of my favorite tunes on that by Mary J. Blige. Yeah. So I'm a fan.
Listen, Mary J., one of my favorites. 51, has never looked better. Good for her. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to Mary J. By the way, Clip, not a good actress. She's in the show Power. She's not good.
I've never seen that. Yeah.
A great singer. Real Love. Be Without You. Family Affair. Come on.
Come on. I was. We'll wrap it up, Jeff. I was up in your neck of the woods, somewhat going over the Delaware Bridge.
Story for you.
What's that? The Delaware Bridge story?
Can I tell you about? Yeah. I'm definitely afraid of that bridge. I will not drive over it.
we'll save that one for another day. But I think I looked up. Are you not to give your complete whereabouts, but where I think you are? I think I was like about an hour and a half away from you when I was in South Jersey. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one day when I go up there, we'll have to get together somewhere.
What town were you in? Do you know?
It's like, all those. It's like Upper Deerfield,
okay.
Elmer, maybe. It's like 45 from Philly, I believe.
Okay, yeah. Kind of central, southern. Good.
I'll let you know next time I'm up there, though. But, big man, enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll talk to you next week on Pirate Radio Live.
You too. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. There's Jeff Nadu joining us. Chandler, you got to get on mic. Chandler, get on mic. I heard you in the background.
I'm going down. I'm going down. Yeah.
Why?
My whole world's upside down.
The rain on the window pane. Man, that was a great. How do you know that song?
I know it.
That is weird that you know that song.
Oh, no. I was texting him last night because he told me about a song I needed to look up on YouTube. So I looked it up, and then I was like, well, just because we're sharing music, I said, here's a song that I really like. So I sent him that link, and he says, I'm really hooked on Pretty Brown Eyes. Do you remember that song by Mint
Breaking
Condition?
My heart.
Pretty brown eyes.
Breaking my heart, baby.
What is that, like late 80s, early?
No, that's early 90s.
I think that was a little before me.
Okay,
no.
Yeah, but as soon as he
that's about our time.
And he texted me, and I was like, oh, my God, how do you know Mint Condition? Oh, yeah, that TikTok thing that he watches all the time.
Chandler,
it's that, but I also grew up.
You sounded like me there. That was TikTok thing.
That TikTok shenanigans
you
stuff.
sound like me and Brian North when we talk.
No,
I did grow up with parents that kind of got me hooked on that.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah, well, but that was the thing, because I was like, that's so early 90s. I was like, how do you even know that song?
Chandler's got an old soul.
I got an old soul.
All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back. When we return, Tony Dunn joins us.
He's in the house.
We'll talk more Super Bowl. I want to dive more into Jeff Nadu's novelty prop. Mickey Guyton will show cleavage during the national anthem. We'll talk more about that.
Of course, you're going to dive into that.
I've never heard that name. Shirley, you said you didn't know she was either. She is a singer.
There's a country singer. I'm not as familiar with country music as I am with other types of music.
But I love this bet. There's a lot of evidence that points to it being a winner. So we'll dive into that and the game.
Oh, and we found Coach Winkler's theme song.
We'll tell you what that is when we return.
Yes.
After this.
Chandler can sing it.
Bud Light next.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy Ficklen Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Otavola Market Cafe. Otavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Otavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Otavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Otavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Otavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OtavolaMarket.com. Otavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Winslow's is open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch, dinner, and the famous brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. They're located on 5th Street, right beside the State Theater, and they have the best selection of beers around. They're also taking Valentine's reservations, and so you can bring your special someone to Winslow's for a fun evening on the town with an exclusive dinner buffet. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, having fun on a Super Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, Chandler Honeycutt, and Tony Dunn. CarolinaCatChronicles.com.
What's up, fellas?
The Panthers not in the Super Bowl. The Commanders not in the Super Bowl. The Dolphins and the Steelers all not in the Super Bowl.
All we're just watching.
Question of the day: which one of our teams gets to the Super Bowl fastest? The easy answer, without doing any thinking, would be the Steelers. But who's their quarterback? So that drops them.
Oh,
Dolphins' new coach. You know what? None of us are close to the Super Bowl.
Nope, not at all. It looks like we're going to be saying this next year, too.
Maybe we should shoot for the playoffs before we talk Super Bowl.
Or just how about like competency at this point? An offense. We'll take an offense.
Who can go 9-8 first between our teams? All right, Tony, we just had Jeff Nadu on. We also had Ariel Epstein talking Super Bowl props. Wager McGhee joins us later with his favorite props. Did you hear Nadu's novelty prop?
Was it Missy Elliott? No, it's not Missy Elliott. Who is it? Mary J?
You're talking about Missy Misdemeanor Elliott? No, well, he talked about Mary J, but before that, Mickey Guyton is singing the national anthem. Do you know who that is?
No.
All right, well, that makes everyone here. Do you know who you hadn't heard of her? I guess she's a country singer.
He or she?
She is a she.
Well, Mickey sounds like a could.
Could be a dude. Could be a mouse.
Neutral. Identifies as a human, like the Dolphins quarterback coach.
That's right. So the prop is, and he said, look, I know this is crazy, but there's a line for it. You can research it, and you can bet on it. So he did. Will Mickey Guyton show cleavage during the national anthem? That is something you can bet on. He did his research. I did my own.
Is she attractive?
Yes, she's attractive.
Then the answer is yes.
But there are a lot of pictures of her
without cleavage.
With cleavage.
With it.
But there's a few where she's wearing sleeves, where she's covered up.
Oh, yeah.
But Jeff went the extra mile, looked at the weather, going to be in the 80s in L.A., which tells you probably no sleeves. Could be.
She's going to let it all out.
Could be a sleeveless. So I love this bet.
Right on.
Give me cleavage. Cleavage.
When will the Cleveland Browns make the Super Bowl?
Cleveland Browns.
So there's that one. Tony, you don't do all this prop stuff, do you?
Well, I mean, I will if I'm invited to do it.
you don't have to be invited to everything in your life.
Well, then how am I going to... I'm just going to barge in on y'all's prop betting?
Tony's a big tag-along guy. So where do you usually watch Super Bowl? Do you have a party?
No, I just depends on the year and the time.
Do y'all do live stuff?
At my house. We did it last year at my house, and I learned a terrible lesson. And that is, when you have kids, we have like the Amazon Fire Sticks all over the place, and we use them in our house as like an intercom system. So you can be like, announce blah blah blah, and it'll put it like say it in all the rooms. So we'll say it's dinner time. Come on down, kids. It's awesome. It's an awesome feature.
Man, you're like living in the future.
Well, it's like the best thing. The only reason you buy all these dang Echoes. Well, when you have it plugged into your TV, it also displays the message on the TV. And it stays for like a good 15 to 20 seconds. So we're in the middle of like a red zone drive, and my kid uses it to like call their sister to like get on the Roblox game. It's like, Madeline, get on the Roblox, and we're all like standing around.
Mahomes back to pass. Madeline, get on the Roblox. That's interesting.
So lesson learned there. Don't have it with children around.
It's like a Black Mirror episode over at Tony's house with all the technology. You a Black Mirror fan? You would enjoy that.
No way.
Why not?
Because of that pig episode.
See, that's the problem.
Get past if you would have.
No, but they're not. So they're all different.
That's fine.
And that is a huge mistake.
It scarred me.
I know.
It's scarred.
You gotta go back. They're not.
Never watch that again.
I don't. And in fact,
skip it.
I read about the show before I watched it, and they said they're all different episodes. They don't have a really string together, and they said skip the first one. Go back to that one later. And that was the best advice I've ever gotten.
It was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Please, hey, look, what did you say Wednesday? You trust?
I do.
You trust my advice.
I do trust Clip now. He has steered me. He has never steered me wrong. It might have taken. I'm like a bad son. Or not a bad son, maybe a good son. I'm like the prodigal son.
A student.
I come around, but I got to learn by the school of hard knocks sometimes. And Clip has given me some good advice in life, and I'm like, nah, man, that's too harsh. That's too harsh. And then I come back a year later, sometimes 5 minutes later, and be like, Clip, you were really onto something.
And I'm on to something here.
All right, well, I have to skip the first one.
Yeah, I'll give you another one to watch, and you'll enjoy it. All right, anything going on in Pantherland this week? Yes, there is. Matt Rule continues
to just rack up W's, baby, in the offseason.
Maybe he should be a GM or like in the front office.
I just think it's too little, too late. But hey, he's doing everything you can do. Well, not everything you can do. He's making some.
He won the hearts of a lot of Panther fans.
So we're talking about Steve Wilkes coming back as what? D coordinator,
secondary
defensive backs coach.
Yeah.
And that's where he actually was the best with the Panthers. He did 5 years with us, like when McDermott was our coordinator.
Yeah.
Now Wilkes then took over as defensive coordinator and did a good job, but didn't have the greatest personnel at the time. So he had to blitz. He blitzed like crazy. His name became a hot name. Then he went to Arizona and became their patsy.
He was their Cully.
That's right. He's the OG David Cully. So yeah, they bring back Steve Wilkes, which is. It is on a standalone. It's a good hire, I think, and at least endearing to Panther fans. But I think it's just a continued. Man, Matt Rule has been very intentional in the types of guys he's been adding to this staff, and they have all been seasoned NFL coaches with experience. I went back and I just Googled Steve Wilkes mic'd up. That was one of the first things that came up. I was trying to look at what we said about him when he was actually a defensive backs coach. And there's this great mic'd up episode on Panthers.com. You got to go way back to find it from 2015. And he is the greatest. Like he's out there teaching the guys, not technique, but like in game, telling them tendencies. He really has a great understanding of the game, and I think that the players are really going to respect him.
They also gave him the title of defensive passing game coordinator as well, alongside being the secondary coach. So
nice.
Maybe it's I thought about this, Tony, a Ted Ginn situation. Ginn was like a highly sought after prospect coming out of Ohio State. Had some good years in Miami. Didn't do much in San Fran. Got to Carolina, had a big year, left, didn't do as well, and then came back and had more success. Could be a situation there where Wilkes, whatever reason, at Carolina, that's his money spot.
Yeah, we'll have to see how well. I mean, if all of this works out, I guess there is a chance that Matt Rule could save his job. And this is what it's going to take. It's going to take everything going right. And he is really building a staff that is just much different from the staff he had going into it in the past. None of these guys had really much NFL experience. Football guys, though, like people that you would say knew the X's and O's. But I think this is about managing and preparing through the week and having an NFL mindset at every level. Very exciting.
This makes the third assistant that he has hired with head coaching experience, along with Ben McAdoo, who's been hired as the offensive coordinator, now Steve Wilkes, and then the wide receivers coach, or the 72-year-old that we hired. I can't remember his name. He
Pasqualoni, I think.
He was the head coach.
Oh, Paul Pasqualoni at Syracuse when Donovan McNabb played years and years ago.
Yeah, he's been around. He was like when they had leather helmets.
So he is getting that experience and the head coaching experience here in this staff. But also, I mean, I hate to... we're talking good about Matt Rule. He's doing a good job of getting some experienced assistant
and we
coaches
hate doing that.
But if we do find the Carolina Panthers firing Matt Rule in the middle of the season next year, there's three guys.
Plenty of candidates.
There's plenty of candidates to take over for interim.
There is.
Tony, remember when we were young and naive and Matt Rule got hired and we were, hey, this could work out. But we talked about even at the time, I don't know if we were being critical or just stating facts, that he was bringing in people he was familiar with, which makes sense. But it was like Temple, Baylor guys, coaches he knew. And maybe that's all he could do at that time. That's all he knew. That's the only staff. That's the only talent he could bring in. Now, like you say, he's growing. He's doing other things, and he's just finding out that maybe the way I did it and with these guys I've done it with is not going to get it done here at Carolina.
Yeah, definitely. We and it's you don't know if it's like out of necessity, out of desire, a little bit of both, probably. But we have talked about this over the years, Clip, kind of that incestuous nature of coaches, like the tree, like they're always just bringing their guys and bringing it. But like, who else do you bring in?
I know.
Like, I mean, like if I called you, if I was trying to get a poker game together tonight, like I wouldn't just find random people on the street and get them to come in.
And unfortunately, you couldn't bring in the guys that are in the World Series of Poker because you don't know them and have a relationship with them.
Exactly.
So Matt Rule can't bring in the best guys that he wants.
And I think you're onto something too, is that since he didn't have a long history in the NFL, right? I mean, he was only an assistant for a very short time.
A long time ago, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have a Rolodex of names from there, but maybe these guys are from college that he has more relationships. And this is a risk you take when you get a young coach, is that they haven't made all of those relationships over the years to where that all of a sudden they can assemble this staff of guys that, like, man, I used to know, we coached together, or we hung out at the Pro Bowl one year and we made a good relationship. We play golf now.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it with ECU. Skip Holtz was able to kind of piece together some veteran coaches as assistants when he came here to East Carolina.
His dad.
With Hudson and, Rick Smith, and he had connections from Lou. Ruffin McNeil just kind of brought the guys under him at Texas Tech, and that was his staff. Mike Houston kind of went, I guess, the Skip route, and also relationship route,
both, right?
Guys he knew. So you're right. Looking at it from a college perspective, that's one of the first questions you ask. Okay, I like this guy, but who can he hire as a staff? You don't think about it as much really with the NFL, but when a guy's going from college to the pros, that's very important.
We learned it the hard way, I guess.
All right. We were having a discussion before we get to the Super Bowl. So, what's your Malik Willis take that people are turning on you?
Yeah, I don't think Malik Willis should participate in the combine. And, I've been taking, I think I just saw a comment right before I came in here on our latest podcast that said my take was absurd.
Oh.
Yeah. Ugh. But thank God I am sensitive, so I am going to block that person. No. And the people on the podcast they weren't feeling this argument, but Kenny Pickett, when we went into before the Senior Bowl, was kind of the undisputed number one ranked quarterback, and now he had a bad weekend or a bad week at the Senior Bowl, at least from the small bits that I've watched. Right, there's questions concerning the hand size, the gloves. He had several fumbles, kind of underthrew some balls, and the other thing was is that the kind of idea is that that he doesn't have the arm strength that is just elite. And really, you're saying this is all the things he did on tape, though, kind of override some of those concerns. Is like what we saw on the field was a guy who was polished, who had good footwork, who was mobile enough, who went through his reads, threw the deep ball. It wasn't like insane, but would hit guys in stride. And his stock goes down at the Senior Bowl, and it undermines his tape. In this case, Malik Willis's stock shoots up, and all of a sudden he's vaulted to the number one quarterback prospect because he shows off that athleticism, the strong arm. And I really think he's walking into the NFL draft as kind of the undisputed number one talent at this point. And I think if he goes to the combine under circumstances, an unfamiliar environment, drills with other players that he doesn't know, I just don't see how his stock's going to go up. If I'm Malik Willis, I do my pro day. It's very choreographed. I know exactly what I want to show off, when I want to show it off, with the people I want to show it off with, and I go into the draft and say, feeling confident that these teams can't take the risk of waiting to the second round to see if I fall. And so I think
I get your point.
A bold take. I know. I'm trying to be bold.
It makes sense from just the very simple thing that if you're on top, all you can do, you can't go any higher than the top. All you can do is fall. If you need eyeballs on you and you want that exposure, obviously you want to be in the pro day, the combine, everything, all the film you can get on. But Malik Willis is on top according to who? Like people that we don't know if the teams have him as the top quarterback.
Okay, well, that's a good point. Now, if it's not a consensus, if like kind of the reports of Pickett not being that impressive, you hear a couple of reports saying that there's no starting caliber quarterbacks in this draft or something. If those reports are true, right, then you probably do have a point. And the other point is that are you trying to get into the top 10 when you're at like an outside top 10 pick? I just don't know exactly what the drills at quarterback can do when you're one of the top prospects to really catapult you. I just don't know.
What else do they want to see?
Yeah, like,
well, with that take, what do you say about the guys like Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow, who were pretty much like the number one pick from the get-go?
They didn't participate either, did they? Joe Burrow
didn't in their pro day, but they went to the combine, I think.
Nah, I don't think Joe Burrow threw at the combine. I don't think Trevor Lawrence did.
A lot of them go and don't throw.
Yeah, they go do the interviews. Now, if I'm like that, if you're Kenny Pickett, you can't avoid the hand measurement. Like, sorry,
I refuse.
I will go throw, but I will not get my hands measured.
He's wearing like foam finger number ones to cover his hands and stuff,
waving to all the fans,
or like gloves that are way too big and you can see like the end of it coming off.
Put like
fingers.
a little. He grows his fingernails out real long.
So is Malik Willis your pick at 6?
That I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I was going to say, so CJ, y'all need a quarterback. I know we'll preface this is not the year where there's like a no doubt Hall of Fame quarterback in the draft, but you can pick one. Who would you take at this point?
I would still like to take the chance on Kenny Pickett, personally.
I mean, you got the connection right there.
Yeah.
He looks like a white Teddy Bridgewater, man. You know, it's just like nothing jumps off the page. Like, he has good numbers. You go back and look at Teddy Bridgewater's college numbers, man. 70% completion, a lot of touchdowns, not a lot of interceptions. And you know what? That's it. And Teddy Bridgewater is a good quarterback, but he's just a good quarterback, and that's it. And I just see a lot of, man, when I was watching some of his film from the senior day for Kenny Pickett, I was like, man, that's a pick in the NFL. Pick six.
Has
pick
it
six.
felt to y'all like there isn't a whole lot of quarterback talent in this draft, but like NFL media sources are trying to make it seem like there is, just so there's a talking point?
Could be.
Yeah,
that's what it kind of feels like.
Well, it's like that every year, though. We that's the first thing you look at in college football in the draft. Who are the quarterbacks? Who's the next wave?
Yeah, that's true.
So you gotta talk about it, and I don't know if they're forcing these names to the top. I think there's going to be teams that are interested in Willis and Pickett, and I don't know about Matt Corral. I still like him. Sam Howell. I need to talk when we get closer to the draft to either a North Carolina fan or somebody that studies the draft, because the few times I watched Sam Howell, I saw several balls, and I said to myself, in the NFL, that's a catch. Where he's got great arm talent, he put it there. His guy, would have been a tough catch, but he dropped it. In the NFL, it's a catch. So I like Sam Howell maybe a little more than others.
And I think that's to circle back to Chandler's question. It's a good question. Is Chandler? Just say, I don't think the right move is probably taking a quarterback at this point for the Carolina Panthers for the long term. I think that probably the right move is just drafting offensive linemen. Right, this is there's some real studs out there, and you're in a place where you could get one of those great players. I just don't know if we have the time. If you're Matt Rule,
I was going to say
to wait, making the right move after you've made a couple of mistakes. I don't know if we have the time to do that. And then back to your point, Clip, if they do see one of these guys that is the third or fourth name that they actually think is very close to a Pickett or Willis, do they then say, all right, let's go offensive line, then trade up into the second and try to get one of these guys and really sell them as the future?
If it was a can't-miss guy, you don't worry about the rule situation and say, all right, our next head coach can coach this
guy. Right, exactly.
But since it's not, you say, let's bring in probably a new coach next year and then do the quarterback.
I think if we pick offensive line this year, that's a sign that we're going to bring in a new coach next year.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to survive it. That's my other take.
All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk Super Bowl 56 and more with Tony Dunn, CarolinaCatChronicles.com. We roll on Pirate Radio Live on a Super Friday after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Matt Driscoll. Please join us at AJ Fletcher Music Hall or live stream on February 17th at 7:30 p.m. when Durward Ensemble will be on the campus of East Carolina University presenting works from our upcoming album, Prophetic Revolutions, and a world premiere by ECU alumna and Miss America 2019, Nia Franklin. If you would like to learn more or support our group, go to our website, durwardmusic.com. We look forward to seeing you Thursday, February 17th.
Come pop a top at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
It's a new year and we have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green, and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685842. Equal housing lender.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local, print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio for 18 years. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Cliff Rock.
Alrighty, back with you. Super Bowl Sunday coming up. How about some Bud Light
Next for your Super Bowl party, we're giving away a 12-pack of Bud Light. Next coming up next hour. Bud Light Next is a brand new crisp, super crisp, 0-carb beer. How many carbs?
0, none.
Brewed,
0.
Tony, it's brewed with the tradition and legacy of Bud Light.
Wow.
I can taste the tradition.
Can you taste the legacy?
A little bit.
But you won't get any of the carbs.
In terms of legacy, do you taste a little bit?
A little bit, for sure. Let's not go there.
I miss it. Bud Light has created Bud Light Next. This is created, Tony, for a generation that wants a more interesting, equally refreshing, and lower carb and calorie beer option.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Well, they got it.
This is an age and an era where being healthy is cool. And,
yikes.
If being healthy is cool, consider me Miles Davis. Sorry.
Well, I need to get
remember a couple of weeks on the show, I said that there was a beer.
I remember
from
you
Bud
saying
Light
it.
coming out that's 0 carbs.
I remember.
And what did Tony say?
And what did you say, Tony?
No chance.
No beer can
Well,
be 0 carbs.
I can't say what I truly believe about this while you're plugging the product. So,
Tony,
let's move along.
If you think this is BS, then you, sir,
are BS.
Did not say that.
All right. Who you got Sunday?
Oh, I think the Rams are going to win, but I'm going to be rooting for the Bengals. I think it's like, I mean, looking at that offensive line for the Bengals, man, and then that you just look across into that defensive front for the Rams. It's just really hard to, with your head, to pick otherwise. But with my heart, it goes to Joe Burrow and this wonderful story, which I do think is possible for them to win. Is like this guy. If there's anybody in these odds that can do it, I think he's the guy.
You guys have seen Von Miller in a Super Bowl?
I have.
Sorry to remind you of that.
I know. It was not pretty.
Chandler, he was the MVP, right?
He was.
Chandler, we talked about this.
Second best game in the game. Second best player in the game. Coney Ely totally outplayed him.
I brought up his name yesterday. I don't know how the hell I remembered that, and what were his stats, Chandler? You reeled them
3
off.
sacks and 1 interception.
I mean, he would have been the MVP if the Panthers
and a
won.
forced fumble, I think, too.
Yeah.
So we talked about it coming up at 6. It's the huddle with Morgan Ahlers. We'll do our Super Bowl props, but we talked about this one, Chandler. It almost feels too easy. I feel like a sucker. But sacks, the over-under on sacks in the Super Bowl. If you go 5, it's minus 140, so you're paying a little bit. But let's say like Miller gets 2, Donald gets 1. You only need 2 more to push. It almost feels too easy, but I do think that is maybe my favorite prop.
Well, I said that I feel like Joe Burrow can get sacked 5 times just himself.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the guy that got sacked 9 times in the divisional round against Tennessee.
Now, they cut back on that these next 2 games, or the game against Kansas City.
Right.
But
and this is one of those like suspect bet like props or bets, is that it just seems so easy.
Yep.
And then they're going to come out and like all of a sudden you're going to be into the 3rd quarter and there's only 1 sack on both sides of the ball.
They're running the ball. They're throwing screen passes. He's throwing it away. Yeah, so it seems too easy. I'll probably take
It's always like, look, the Panthers, when we play like somebody like, for instance, we used to, a couple of years ago, we played the Saints and this was before they rebuilt their offensive line, and they just had given up 8 sacks the week before, and you're like, oh man, our defensive front is just going to eat these dudes up, and then they get no sacks in the game, and you're like, oh.
Hey, guess what? Washington just did that for an entire season.
Right, exactly.
So
you know where I'm coming from, and I know that's a superstitious thing. It's betting with your heart, not your head, but these things are real.
Another one I like, we talked about this one a few weeks ago, Chandler, and it hit, but you couldn't find it. You wanted Matt Stafford over 1.5 rushing yards in one of the games in the playoffs, but you couldn't find it. Now, I think he's gone over every playoff game. His is like 3.5 for the Super Bowl. Burrow's was only like, it was less than 20, I want to say. As much as Burrow is getting pressured, he's going to have to
forcing
scramble
out of the pocket and having to create yardage on his own. Yeah,
I like both QBs over the rushing numbers. I think
until they start kneeling at the end, and you're going to go, oh.
Sacks don't hurt you, kneels do. Kneel downs do hurt you. So now only one quarterback's going to do that. So
That's a good
If
point.
you take them both, hopefully you'll win one.
Good point.
Unless you kneel and then lose a game. Has that ever happened?
Probably.
East Carolina, UCF.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, Tony said probably, so we had to explain that ECU did that in the game.
Dang it.
Yep, that sucks. Another one I like, I think I referenced this on the huddle coming up at 6. I like Joe Mixon. Okay, well, I don't want to say I like his over receiving yards because I'm going under his rushing. That's another thing you do when a team
love some Joe Mixon.
You know what, Tony? I've had him every year except this year.
So it's safe. He's going to get like a bazillion yards.
He was really good.
Receiving or rushing?
Both.
Another thing you do to combat a pass rush, you throw those screens to running backs, dump off.
Screens.
So I like his receiving numbers.
Yeah,
Those are
and you got to think the Bengals are fully aware of the weaknesses that they have and the strengths that the Rams have on defense, and they can't just come out and say, Burrow, drop back 5 and pray to God.
Right.
Like, they have to have some kind of game plan.
I don't know. That was their strategy against Tennessee, apparently.
It kind of works.
Chandler, have you looked at any props that you like?
Not really. I do like the I love Cooper Kupp. I love the Cooper 8.5 catches for him. I believe the over was what? It was in plus money.
Another one that feels like too easy, but why go away from it right now?
Odell throwing the ball? Is that one?
There's always one over 2.5 different players throw a pass.
Yeah.
With McVay, I could see that happening.
I mean, I felt like that wasn't that a prop you guys were talking about just 2 weeks ago? No. Odell throwing the ball in one of the playoff games? Because he came out and threw I don't know if it was a touchdown pass or...
No, he threw a bomb in the Cardinals game.
Yeah.
In the first playoff game. That's one you can play in the Super Bowl. I kind of like that, a trick play.
What else? Give me some cool ones to think about. What's the line on this?
The game?
Yeah.
4.
It's gone down a little. It was 4.5 to start, maybe. I mean, not much, but
it's hovering. I wish I knew the health of the tight ends because I like both of them in this game.
You know, I think if I was going to put some money on this and I was going to take the Bengals, I would just put them to win. Like, I think if it's that close, if it's going to be a 4-point game and you think that they can really get close to that, then let's just go ahead and take the money line and make some real money.
Yeah.
What would you make if I put 100 on that?
So I see it at plus 170. So what's the math on that?
100 wins 170, right?
Yeah, there you go. That was simple.
Thank you for that clarification. I see why they keep you around.
Yeah,
I can do math.
He's our math guy.
And repeat the words that Cliff even said as he was thinking about them.
Not the other night at Sports Trivia.
All right, that's enough.
Zing.
Y'all were one off on 2 of my math questions.
Yeah.
Wags was very frustrated.
We also got the Willie Parker question. Kind of.
Oh, there was a Willie Parker question?
Yeah.
Willie Parker has the longest rush in Super Bowl history. How long was that run?
75 yards.
Dang.
Clinton, North Carolina, stand up, baby.
Who has the longest receiving touchdown in Super Bowl history? Chandler?
Longest receiving touchdown.
It has happened since 2000.
Yep.
I'm going to go Randy Moss.
Nope.
CJ, you want to throw out a guess?
Larry Fitz?
Nope. I'm going to go Plexico Barris.
You're going to keep getting it wrong.
I'm going to go...
He went to Michigan State. So did Plexico Burris. But that is incorrect.
Attributes a lot of his success to Nick Saban, who didn't kick him out of the program when he got caught with a gun.
Forgot about that.
And now he's turned into a model citizen.
He wore number 87, Tony?
Yeah, that sounds right. Muhsin Muhammad.
Muhsin Muhammad moves.
85 yards.
From Jake Delhomme?
From Jake Delhomme.
My homie.
That was a bomb.
When things got kind of wacky there late in the game, right? They just started trading touchdowns.
Yeah, it was great. What a great Super Bowl.
It was. I just saw a list of like top 5 Super Bowls. I don't know if people voted on them, but that one was not in there. But the ones that were though, you had the really Patriots, Falcons. They put Rams Titans, which that ended at the 1 yard line. I could see that.
Did they get you with the Giants Patriots?
They did one of the Giants Patriots, which crappy game but good ending. Steelers Cardinals.
Yep.
That was, I mean, the touchdown catch in the back.
But really, the that Panthers, it ended on a walk-off field goal, right?
Yep. Terry.
It did.
Was the Eagles-Patriots game not on that list?
That was probably up there, too.
Okay. I kind of like that one more than the Falcons-Patriots game.
We've had some duds, but looking at these, we've had some great games, too.
Yeah, I feel like the Super Bowl has been better over the last, 15 years than it was. There was that period before where there was they were some snoozers.
The last time the Rams were in the Super Bowl, that was the snoozer.
That was a bad game.
Yeah.
Was that the Patriots?
Yeah. Patriots
where it was
9-6
or yeah, okay. That was Tom Brady's
sixth, and then he won his 7th with Tampa last year.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong Rams one. Got it. I thought didn't the Patriots play the Greatest Show on Turf and hold them to 0?
That was
it was
2000?
another bad. Yeah, I don't think there was a lot of points scored in that game. A lot of people said the Panthers Broncos.
That was 2002.
Was terrible. 13-3.
No, I'm looking for the 13-3 was the lowest scoring game. I'm looking for the first time they met.
Would be 2000 or 2000. Is it a bad game, or am I just making that up?
The Rams were favored by 14 points.
Wow.
And they lost 20-17.
Okay. So actually, it's probably a pretty good game.
Tom Brady dinking and dunking his way to his first Super Bowl victory.
Of 7.
Shirley, let's take a time out. We'll come back. We'll have more with Tony Dunn, CarolinaCatChronicles.com when we return after these words.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fossil from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For service, we're doing touchless pickup and drop-offs. So when you pull your vehicle in, we greet you at the car and open the door for you, but we're putting plastic on the seats. We're having a steering wheel cover put on. We even have shift knob covers now this year. And then we have the customer actually drop the key in a baggie, and they're the next one to touch that key when it comes out of the baggie when they pick up their vehicle. So just want to make sure we take care of the customers that voted us number one.
Brown & Wood, your number one dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because sliced to order makes a sub above. Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
Bring home comfort at huge savings during Bostic Sugg Furniture's President's Day Power Event. Now at Bostic Sugg, amp up your space that makes a powerful statement with hundreds of power sofas, sectionals, and recliners in stock. Experience the power of better sleep on a Serta Arctic mattress with 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase. And with any Arctic purchase, get 2 free pillows. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Otavola Market Cafe. Otavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Otavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Otavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Otavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Otavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OtavolaMarket.com. Otavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 53,000 followers today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, one more segment to go here with Tony Dunn, CountyCatChronicles.com. We were talking about Shaq a moment ago. Shaq.
What is painted down the street?
I heard him say that too. What did they paint?
A mural.
No, say it like yourself.
Mural.
Meow.
He said a mural. Hey, Merle. That's a person. Merle.
He said a Merle, and now he sounds like a cat.
Tony, how about you? Tony, how about you shut up?
Meow.
Hey, Shaq liked me, man. I had the Shaq Diesel album, bro.
Wow. Did you have the movies too?
No, I didn't have the. What was that? Shazam?
Did you have the
Not
shoes?
Shazam.
Did he have pumps?
Blue Steel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was, yeah. No, I had, but I did have the
What's up,
off-name
Doc?
brand.
Can we rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a good song with Foosh Nickens.
Yeah, I remember that.
Chad on Twitter said, one of my favorite Panthers growing up, mainly because of his nickname. Who is this and what was his nickname? Do you know who that is? I do not.
Oh, is that Rocket?
Oh, it might be.
Rocket Ismail?
Rocket Ismail.
Rahib? From?
Ooh.
Havelock?
Nah.
Dang it.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, that's right.
His brother, the Missile, Quadri Ismail, was coached by Paul Pasqualoni at
Syracuse.
Correct. Well done, guys.
We know our Paul Pasqualoni. Whatever.
We know our Paul Pasqualoni trivia.
There was a picture of him, some Panthers
I was going to say Keyshawn.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Some Panthers fan showed a picture of Pasqualoni. And I guess it was like his headshot, but he was like mouth open, mouth breather, and he was like, wow, Pasqualoni is as surprised as I am that he got hired by the Panthers.
Oh, I've seen that one, yeah.
It was pretty good. All right, Super Sunday. Tony, if you could choose your Super Bowl act, alive or dead, all time, who would you want to perform at the Super Bowl? Now, again, you probably don't care, but... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Coolio.
Oh, yeah. You said that last year.
Yeah.
And you're sticking with Coolio.
Oh.
Why the hell do you go to Coolio?
I don't know.
You just want to hear Gangster's Paradise for 15 minutes?
No, it was more of a fantastic voice.
Right side, side.
Like everybody getting out of the trunk of the car. What if all these stars just started getting out of the trunk of the car?
Wow, you already got the show ready.
Man. No, like, I think it would probably be, Outkast.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think that's a good one from
In fact,
our
didn't
era.
they just have one in Atlanta and didn't have Outkast? Or did they have alcohol? Was Big Boy there?
I feel like he has
Maybe
been
Big Boy
involved
was
something.
there. Yeah.
So I think that would be good. You know, I mean, I'm all stuck in the past, dude. I think some of these people I would like that passed away. Like, trying to think of something.
I'm still going Foo Fighters. I think they're
that's
a great
one.
alive rock band that could
What about
really
the Chili Peppers?
Red Hot.
Didn't they
done one?
I think they did one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're all right.
They're all right.
They're okay at playing music.
They're okay.
I could probably do better. Yeah. Give me a guitar.
What about Smashing Pumpkins?
Nah.
No? No. How about Pearl Jam?
I like their songs.
Pearl Jam.
I really
That's a
like
good one.
1979 and Tonight. But man, Billy Corgan's voice.
Yeah,
gets on
you
my
know,
nerves.
what's funny is I didn't like Smashing Pumpkins at the time, and then I liked them afterwards. I thought they were too like hipster for me, and like you like had to be like I always went against the grain. I'm thinking Pearl Jam because they came out with some late albums, so they've got the hits from 10. And those
Vitology,
and then they came out with one that was that double disc album. Gosh, what was it called? It was a fantastic. It actually was. It was a tremendous album. So I think then they could have like a catalog that would be pretty cool.
I like it. CJ, have I ever asked you this question? I probably have.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I'm a big fan of Linkin Park. I don't know if you guys are, but I'd like that.
Rest in peace, Chester.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I got the names right. Vitalogy and Versus. You were looking for what, Tony?
Ooh.
Yield,
Can you
maybe?
show all of them?
There's more?
There's got to be more.
Wow. Oh, man. Live on Two Legs was so good. That was the live
What
CD.
being late.
I need to get that again.
Oh, I don't even remember which one it was. Double disc. It was
How
a
about
double
this,
disc.
CJ? Linkin Park, Jay-Z.
That's what I was going to
do
go
their
with.
mashup.
Play
play
the
the
mashup.
whole, play the whole mashup.
A lot of those don't work. That worked perfectly.
Yep.
That's still awesome stuff. All right. I think I'm about out of questions. Tony, what's your favorite Super Bowl food?
Oh, Super Bowl food.
While you're thinking, I went to a funeral in New Jersey earlier. I was thinking about when my grandpa passed away years ago. People bring food to the house and everything. And like my uncle actually prank phone called my grandfather's house and said, "Yeah, this is Johnny Parker from Parker's Barbecue. We ran out of barbecue. Can you bring some back? Because like we had so much barbecue at the house, so we all got a laugh out of that." I went to a New Jersey funeral and they had like these stuffed shells, like it was Italian.
No, the gabagool.
Oh, man.
I said, "You mother." So I was so used to a southern funeral food.
Where's the deviled eggs at?
I love.
Where's the slaw?
I know.
You getting the gabagool?
There was none of that. It was deli sandwiches and some lovely Italian shells, some stuffed shells that were really good. Anyway, all right.
I think I would go like something like a sausage dip. I like a dip.
I love a dip. A hot dip?
Yes.
Hot dip.
Because you can graze. And at a Super Bowl party, I feel like I'm a kind of a grazer. So I want to mingle, watch the game, graze a little. I feel like you could go, like, say something like, say you did wings or something, but then I'm going to pile this plate up. I got to sit with it on my lap.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people running around.
True.
I get messy everywhere. I love some good wings. I'm a grazer. I'll go with like a good sausage dip.
We talked about this on Monday. I believe we need to make this a Super Bowl side dish or finger food. Sausage balls.
Yeah. In fact,
Clip is an expert.
Sausage balls. Make it happen.
I plan
sausage balls.
to eat some sausage balls on Sunday. I'll just say that. Not mine.
The super sausage ball.
Someone else's sausage balls. Chili Peppers and Bruno Mars Super Bowl halftime show 2014.
Okay.
I thought Lady Gaga had a good halftime show.
Mm-hmm. I like Lady Gaga.
I like Lady Gaga.
Was it Lady Gaga that jumped from the top of the stadium?
I think she actually went up, right? Did she come down or up?
Well, there was somebody that jumped from the top of the stadium. I think it was Katy Perry. Yeah, I thought it was Katy Perry.
She came in like a wrecking ball.
No, that would be Miley Cyrus.
They all get jumbled up. I get it.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember if she went up or down, but yeah, she was like at the top of the stadium, and then somehow.
Do y'all remember the halftime show? I don't. It's before my time, but Michael Jackson.
Yes,
they had
he
4
popped
different
out.
Michael Jacksons like pop up in each corner of the stadium, and then he pops up on the stage.
And literally
Pretty cool.
stands there motionless for almost like 2 to 3 minutes.
And then like the crowd goes crazy when he reaches for his glasses.
Yeah, goes absolutely crazy.
Hee hee. Kevin says, which team, Rams or Bengals, has the most Pirates on them? Well, currently it is 1-0 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard.
Bengals.
Deontay Smith for the Bengals.
Are there any Seton Hall transfers on either team?
Hampton.
All right.
So we're if you're going by that, you're going Bengals. All right, Tony, enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Have fun this weekend, and we'll.
I will.
You gonna be
happy birthday to my son. He's 14 today.
Happy
How
birthday!
about that?
Happy birthday, Michael.
I was a child with a child at one point, and now he's turning into a man. It's crazy. He's like taller than me, dude.
He is. He is a tall fella. And when you were sitting almost courtside and we were watching you on TV,
It's like, who's got the bigger hair?
You look like the kid. He's taller than me. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Morgan Ahlers joins us. We'll talk some Pirate Hoops and Super Bowl when we return after this.
Winslow's Deli and Tavern is open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner and the famous brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. Winslow's is located on 5th Street beside the State Theater with the best selection of beers around. Come eat, drink, and watch your favorite sporting event with daily drink specials. Winslow's is also taking Valentine's reservations, so bring your special someone for a fun evening on the town with an exclusive dinner buffet with seating at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. For more information, visit Winslow's Deli on Facebook or Instagram.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. We all know UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston will exit the AAC, most likely after next year. How have the Pirates fared against these three? We'll crunch the numbers next.
Your radio home for Super Bowl 56 is Pirate Radio. Tune in Super Sunday as the Cincinnati Bengals take on the Los Angeles Rams.
Snap, placement, Mcpherson, kick on the way. It's good! Mcpherson knocks it through, and the fairy tale continues for the Cincinnati Bengals. They are going to the Super Bowl.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, your radio home for Super Bowl 56.
ECU, along with UCF, UC, and Houston, came into the AAC in 2014. Let's look at ECU's football record in conference play against these three. ECU is 1-7 versus UCF, 1-7 versus Cincinnati, and 0-3 versus Houston. The combined record against the departing three is 2-17 on the gridiron. Now let's take a look at basketball. ECU is 2-10 versus Houston, 3-13 versus UCF, and 2-10 versus Cincinnati, for a combined record of 7-33. ECU should be more competitive against the likes of UTSA, North Texas, Rice, UAB, FAU, and Charlotte. There will be 4 schools in Texas and just 5 of the 14 members in the Eastern Time Zone. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit Inside the Booth.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bell's Fork and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All righty, coming up. How about at the end of this segment, we're going to give away a 12-pack of Bud Light Next. Bud Light Next is a brand new, super crisp, zero-carb beer. And you can win a 12-pack of that and a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's if you are the lucky caller at the end of this segment. We've been talking Super Bowl, halftime show, who would you like to see? You know, you got your Snoop Dogg's and your Dre's and your Slim Shadys, your Katy Perry's, your Bruno Mars's, your Prince's. Let's do something different. You know what I want to see? I want to see DJ Captain Morgan karaoke for a Super Bowl halftime show. How much fun would that be? Fans could bid to get on stage and sing their favorite songs with DJ Captain Morgan spinning the tracks. Morgan Ahlers joins us now. How about that idea, Morgan? Could you bring your equipment out halftime of a Super Bowl and go on?
Yep, I can do that. When do I go?
We'll get you plane tickets right now.
You up there? You sang a song with me before.
I did. I think it was maybe Rocket Man.
Could have been, yeah.
Could have been. I don't know. That was it was a bit of a hazy time for me. And then of course Morgan kicks it off for when things are a little slow. You'll sing a ditty or two.
I will sing a ditty. Not P Diddy or Puff Daddy, but I will sing a ditty.
You will sing a ditty, not a P Diddy.
I'll tell you who would be a good halftime show.
Who you got?
You get some Jimmy Buffett, little Shaggy, little
Wait, not Shaggy the singer. You're saying
Shaggy the singer? Yeah.
Oh, maybe Alan Jackson,
Mr. Boombastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
get a little, with Bob Marley's kid. Get him out there, a little reggae action.
Okay.
Tropical action.
So you're thinking maybe the next one in Miami. That's not a bad idea.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Good for everybody.
I like it. Morgan Ahlers joining us coming up at 6 on The Huddle. You'll hear myself, Shirley, Chandler, and Morgan go over our Super Bowl props. So looking forward to that coming up less than an hour from now. And we will break down the Super Bowl from a lot of different angles, Morgan Ahlers.
Yeah, we had fun yesterday doing that. Recorded it yesterday. And how many people do we have in it? Just 4?
Did anybody else get in, Shirley? Shirley is the, looks like CJ is in it. So that would be 5. We got 5. Nobody else wanted any.
And Troy was, too high and mighty with his North Raleigh self to participate. So we expect that.
Yikes. Okay. Who you like in the game, Morgan?
Honestly, I like both of the teams for different reasons, maybe. I'm not necessarily pulling for one or the other, but I'd like to see Matthew Stafford win it, obviously, because he was stuck in the football hell that is known as Detroit for so many years. And then the Bengals, they've got, Dante Smith playing for them, and I'd like to see those guys. I mean, they've done well. Cincinnati's had a pretty daggone good football year so far this year.
That they have, and Dan Horde has actually called it all. He's the voice of the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Cincinnati Bengals, so he's called a lot of wins, and he'll be calling a Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. You can hear the action right here on Pirate Radio if you're out and about. Morgan, excited for that, and excited legitimately for Saturday for ECU basketball, because a good team is coming into McGhee's. And more importantly, the Pirates are coming off a win. How about a road win, Morgan? Tulsa's down this year, but anytime ECU can beat Tulsa and anytime ECU can win a road game, that's a big deal. And that happened for the Pirates the other night.
It did. They played well, watched the game. They started off a little slow, shooting the basketball again, and I was going, oh boy, here we go again. But then they got into a little bit of rhythm, especially early in the second half, and brought them back in the game. And it was nip and tuck down the way, and Brandon Suggs with a big charge. Took the charge at the end. And, and I understand under 2 minutes the referees can review stuff, and and I'm sitting here watching the charge, and they're saying, okay, is he in the little forbidden half moon thing that nobody ever calls in college basketball? And they sat for probably 5 minutes trying to review that on the same angle that ESPN Plus had. There's 2 camera angles, guys. There's nothing more. And they finally made the right call, and glad the Pirates won that game. And looking forward to tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a really good matchup, and hopefully the Pirates can be the Pirates that we saw early in the season when Brandon was playing with.
Yeah, and we've had some pretty good crowds this year, Morgan, and hoping Saturday at 6 we'll see another one in McGhee's, because Joe Dooley has said himself that makes a difference. So hopefully people are excited about the road win. And look, SMU just knocked off Houston, Cougars' first loss in the American. So you got a good team. SMU, Morgan, is playing for, an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament. They got to reel off some wins here. They needed that one against Houston. They got it. Now, this is a huge game for them if they want to make the tournament as an at-large.
It is, and this is a game that they can't overlook.
Yeah.
East Carolina's played so well at home, even in games that we've lost, with the exception, I think, maybe 1 or 2 games this year that have been not so close, but we've played really well at home, and if they come in and they overlook the Pirates, it could be an upset and could really cost them down the road, whether they make the NCAA tournament or the NIT tournament.
Some big news today at East Carolina. John Gilbert will continue as ECU's athletic director, as he signed a 5-year contract extension. According to IGO, the dollar amount, his salary will remain the same, but he did sign a 5-year extension. So he stays in place, Morgan, and came in here under a tumultuous time, and then you throw COVID and the financial challenges on top of that, and he has tried to at least get this thing stable and right the ship, and apparently has done good enough job of that, according to the Board of Trustees. He will remain the ECU athletics director moving forward.
I think it's a good move for the Pirates, and John did come in at a very bumpy time, and as everyone knows, and could have went either way with a lot of different things, and I think the administration, the Board of Trustees, and East Carolina University in general, really came to the rescue of Pirate athletics and the fiasco that was the Jeff Compher era. And good for John. He's a good guy, good stabling force. And excited to see what's going to be happening with finishing up this year with basketball and baseball, and next year with football.
Morgan Ahlers joining us. It is a fun time. We got Pirate Hoops Saturday. You got conference tournaments, NCAA tournament on the horizon. You've got ECU baseball beginning next Friday as a 3-game series against Bryant, Clark LeClaire Stadium. And then spring game will be Saturday, April 9th. So we'll start talking some spring football in March, Morgan. So a fun time. And I know you're ready to see some football being played on the field.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to baseball season this could be one of Cliff's better years for East Carolina baseball. If everything comes together for them, very talented team. Excited to be out there next Friday and watch the game. And call the game Friday. So you'll be out there, I think, Saturday and Sunday. Is that right?
That's right. So we got Morgan Ahlers on the mic Friday. I'll be there Saturday, Sunday. So we'll tag team it.
Well, opening weekend, baby. Opening weekend.
Speaking of tag team, I don't think I brought this up with you, Morgan. The Royal Rumble was awful this year. Did you watch it?
I did.
What do you agree, or am I wrong?
No, I don't think you were. I didn't think it was very exciting. I thought the first the match of the night, I think it wasn't there Roman Reigns and somebody. I thought that was
Reigns and Rollins. Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
I thought that was a good match to start the thing off. And but yeah, the
Rumble itself is what I'm talking about.
I sent Peyton a message. I said once Brock lost, I said Brock's going to be in the Rumble and win it.
Yeah, and they kind of build that as a surprise where he's not. I mean, CJ, you called this one when we did that podcast 2 days before it, that whoever loses, if Reigns loses, he'll win the Rumble. If Brock loses, he'll win the Rumble. And when you have a surprise, I'd like for it to be at least a little bit of a surprise. But I don't know, man. The way AEW is trending up, and I really think that WWE might be in some trouble here as far as being having the monopoly on wrestling.
I listen to a podcast a couple times a week, and some guys that really know what they're talking about. And the WWE is just focused on family entertainment. I mean, when you go watch a show, that's what they're focused on, and they're focused on making $100 million or $250 million profit in each quarter.
Yeah.
It's a publicly traded company, and it wouldn't shock me to see them be sold within the next year and a half or so. I mean, I think that with everybody they're letting go, just trying to make a profit, and that's what happens with businesses. They try to cut the fat, and they try to make a good product. I think A&E is a really good product right now. The problem with A&E is you don't have as much television time as WWE does, so you've got all these great wrestlers that are out there that might not be on TV week in and week out.
And I am worried about that, having the problem the WWE's had in the past where they just overstuff their roster and guys just kind of, sit by the wayside and kind of rot and don't get on TV. But anyway, they're trending up, it appears, at the moment.
Yeah.
Morgan Ahlers joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Morgan, let's see, you doing some hoops tomorrow?
Doing hoops tomorrow. There's the football banquet, I think, tomorrow afternoon at 1. Then we're going to do that. Then doing hoops tomorrow night at 6, and then playing in Washington at the Market Street Pub tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. So, yeah.
Man, all right, busy man. Morgan Ahlers joining us today. And we'll check you out 6 o'clock. Tune in, folks. We'll have fun going over some Super Bowl props coming up on the Huddle at 6. Morgan, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks, bud. You guys have a great weekend.
You do the same. There is DJ Captain Morgan, a.k.a. Morgan Ahlers, joining us on the program. Local politics, bud. That's what they told me. That's what they said.
There's local politics, bud.
And Morgan Ahlers today deciding that John Gilbert's done a good enough job and gave him a 5-year extension. So that was nice of Morgan to do that. All right, Shirley Rhodes. Let's open her up.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
For the first time ever, we are giving away Bud Light Next. Bud Light Next is a brand new, super crisp, zero-carb beer brewed with the tradition and legacy of Bud Light, but created for a generation that wants a more interesting, equally refreshing, and lower carb and calorie beer option. Well, how about 12 of these suckers? So there's 0 carbs in one beer. What if you had 12 of them? How many carbs you got?
None.
Wow.
0.
That is some wild math right there. 317-1250. Shirley, what caller are we looking for? Caller 12. 317.
Must be 21 or over.
Must be 21 or over and have not won a prize on Pirate Radio Live so far this month. All right, 317-1250. We'll have our winner, and we'll have Mark Greenheld from the Golf Shop Radio Show. We'll talk HV3 when we return after this. Next!
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown and Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For 2 years in a row, we've been voted #1 in Greenville, so we're super thankful. For 2022, we've decided to make it the year of the customer. We're taking more COVID health safety protocols with some personal test drives where, you don't have the salesperson riding along with the customer. It actually makes them a little bit more comfortable, and they can take a drive and kind of go where they want to go and drive it how they want to drive it.
Brown and Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
The Rick House, Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar, has great specials throughout the week, like $10 Tuesdays. Get 8 traditional wings and a draft beer for just $10. Wednesday night is date night, 2 salads, an appetizer, a bottle of wine, 2 entrees, and a dessert for just $55. Friday is smokehouse night with the best ribs and brisket around. Saturday is Italian night, featuring all of our made-from-scratch pastas along with 2 glasses of wine. And on Sunday is the legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Matt Driscoll. Please join us at A.J. Fletcher Music Hall or live stream on February 17th at 7:30 p.m. when Durward Ensemble will be on the campus of East Carolina University presenting works from our upcoming album, Prophetic Revolutions, and a world premiere by ECU alumna and Miss America 2019, Nia Franklin. If you would like to learn more or support our group, go to our website, durwardmusic.com. We look forward to seeing you Thursday, February 17th.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations, in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates!
It's a new year and we have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685842. Equal housing lender.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Congratulations to Daryl Lambert of Greenville. Picked up our Free Beer Friday prize pack. He walked away with a 12-pack of Bud Light Next and a large 2-topping pizza at Domino's. Zero Carbs Beer is here, introducing Bud Light Next. Super crisp and refreshing light beer. brewed for what's next. Look for Bud Light Next at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989 and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Are you guys and gal, Shirley, you're not into like UFC, MMA stuff, are you?
No, I don't find that interesting at all, ironically.
I don't enjoy, I love like football. I like tackles, but I don't like to see a guy get his brains beat in.
Blood everywhere.
I never liked boxing either. And that's
with
just
boxing.
like a step, that's a step down from MMA and UFC in my opinion, but there's just too much risk of bones getting broken and that.
I just worry about the brain. Well, the bone, like the leg and arm snaps.
Like Conor McGregor got his leg snapped.
Yeah,
and I just don't. I just don't find that appealing. I mean, I don't like. Look, I love watching football players just absolutely level each other, but they've got some level of protection.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing two guys just pummel each other and. Just that it's just not appealing to me.
I broke my arm twice, and like seeing other people or seeing videos of other people break things just is like trauma. Like gives me bad trauma. It's
PTSD.
It's traumatizing to me.
They should
little
put
PTSD there.
a mural up of you.
Merle.
A mural.
Merle Haggard.
Meow.
CJ, you a MMA guy? You probably like it, don't you? Your generation of numbskulls.
I watch it just casually, but I don't really know anybody other than like the top level guys, if that makes sense.
I bring it up because on Twitter I saw, this is from at MMA Fighting, they're verified. They have a picture and a link up. A woman fights 75-year-old grandfather and grandson in a 2-on-1 match.
Who's the woman?
She's a
it's not Amanda Nunez, is it?
No, this is
okay. See, I would what is that?
Is that the Island Boys?
It's you.
It's the Island Boys.
Looks like her name is Yulia Mashiko. Mashiko. I ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
I'm trying to figure out what happened in the match.
I don't know, but that just seems like a rather uneven match, if you ask me.
You can watch it on YouTube. So maybe Michiko ends up going to a draw with the pair. So there was a draw. So I guess they couldn't knock her out 2-on-1. So good for her.
Well, judging on that picture, I can understand why.
Two scrawny dudes versus a big gal. Big gal. All right.
She could be an offensive lineman.
Let's.
And I'm saying that as a woman.
As a woman. Bad news today. So we recorded this interview with Greeny earlier, but at the time, and we referenced it in the interview, it looked like HV3 was going to miss the cut. He indeed did miss the cut today, finished +2 for the tournament. So Harold Varner III, -2 today, but +2 for the tournament, will not make the cut 1 week after winning. And that cut line was at -2. So you got a lot of golfers in the negative. We referenced that, but also talked about Harold's win last week with Greeny earlier today. And let's hear that right now. Greeny, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Clip, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Let's look back before we talk about what's going on now and look ahead. And Harold Varner III picking up the win last week. And it's funny, Greeny, you always talk about his putting and how that is the one thing that's kind of holding him back from getting that elusive win. And how about a bomb to win it last week, a thriller over Bubba Watson there.
Yeah, you almost feel like guys that aren't the greatest of putters, or, I'm not saying Harold's a bad putter. I'm saying Harold's probably an average putter out on tour. If he was a good putter, I think we'd have seen a win on the PGA Tour, but the average putters, tend to be better from longer distance, and that's what we got to see, a 95-foot bomb, and man, it's his second win outside of the PGA Tour, his first being in the Australian Open, which is the ANZ Tour, or the Australian New Zealand Tour, and he's had a runner-up finish on that tour as well in the same Australian Open, so Man, we got to get him a win on American soil, but it's nice to see him get his second career professional win off the United States. He also, I think, has the Corn Ferry Tour win too.
Yeah, so I always ask you, Greeny, to explain this stuff to me like I'm 5, and to some of our listeners who are novices like myself. So what does this mean for, his standing in the World Golf Rankings, the FedEx Cup points, also his Masters opportunity to play there in Augusta? What did that win do for him in those aspects?
Yeah, from an official world golfing ranking standpoint, you always want to look at the top 50 in the world. The top 50 in the rankings pretty much have their way with their schedule. We look at Will Zalatoris last year, had no actual status on the PGA Tour because he didn't make it through the last time and didn't have a card, but was playing in events, was making cuts, finished second in the Masters. You look at the rankings as a big thing. Now, if you're in the top 50 in the world, you pretty much get in all the majors. You get in the Players' Championship. You can go over and play in events on the European Tour. You get into world golf events and stuff like that. So there's a lot of opportunity. And with him being 47 now in the world after that win, that's a big deal. I mean, that was the strongest field in golf last week, and it wasn't even close. So that's what you look at is, he won against a great field, so that's got to give you a little bit of momentum. But that's the key is that you get a lot of world ranking points beating all those guys, and now you're in the top 50 in the world, and you got to try and keep yourself there.
And, that's the thing now we'll discuss. Keep yourself there or rise in the rankings. And looks like that's not going to happen for Harold this weekend because at the time of this recording, Harold is a couple shots back of the projected cut, which looks to be 1 under, actually 3 shots back as we talk to Greeny here inside the Pirate Radio studio. So HV3 looks like he's going to miss the cut at the Waste Management Open. This is the one, Greeny, where the fans get involved, right? Where they get a little rowdy out there?
Yeah, this is where they've basically got the entire par 3 16th enclosed in stands. And, it turns into more of a party than anything else. It's a ruckus event. I mean, there's probably more drunk people per capita on that golf course right now at 16 than there are in the world combined. So always a fun event. I mean, when you look at things like that, I mean, basically the 16th at the Waste Management and the 17th at the Players, those are your stadiums for, a par 3. Now, obviously, there's a lot more hazard around the Sawgrass Island Green, but there's a lot more at stake in terms of if you miss the green, you get booed. You might get something chanted at you. So it's more of a mental, block than it is a hazard block around the green.
Mark Greenelge, Golf Shop Radio Show, joining us. We'll be talking some golf on Saturday, 8 to 10 a.m. right here on Pirate Radio, and also, I imagine, talking some football as well. Greeny got a fun Super Bowl matchup with the Bengals and the Rams. What do you think about this one? You got, let's see, off the top of my head, you got a Clemson guy there and T. Higgins on the Bengals side. Probably a bunch of Tigers in this game. So do you have a rooting interest? Do you have a favorite? What do you think about the game?
Yeah, there's a couple Tigers on both sides, so either way, a Clemson Tiger's going to come home with a Super Bowl title. I know everybody's on the Joe Burrow train. I just think that, again, Joe Burrow, we've seen that team struggle with the offensive line, and you can say it all you want, but they did not have to play Buffalo's defense, and when you look at the probably the front 7 for the LA Rams, I mean, it's going to be a tall task for them, and they may not have played anybody that has the front 7 that the Rams have. So I think that's going to be the challenge. And we've heard Joe Burrow come out this week and say, man, we've always had to come from behind. It'd be nice to get off to a fast start, but if we don't, we know we can come from behind. And yeah, I just don't know the combination of defense and offense that the Rams have. If you get behind in that game, it's going to be a tough one to overcome. But then again, several years ago when the high-flying Rams offense played against the Patriots, they only put up 3 points, so we'll see what happens. But I think the Rams are going to win this game.
Greeny, we've talked a lot of props and stuff like that on this show. I always put together a prop sheet to take to my Super Bowl party, so I'll give folks some more interest in the game. People do squares, all kinds of stuff for the Super Bowl. Will you be involved in any of that extracurricular activity? What's your favorite kind of side game to play when it comes to the Super Bowl?
I usually do the squares with very little hope. I don't think I've ever won a square. So I'll throw some money in at the party that I'm going to. I'm sure they'll have it. Last year I actually made the board for them, so I was hoping that maybe would change the mojo a little bit. But alas, I think if there was I probably led on the board at some point during every quarter, but then somebody scores and you don't get the money. So it's frustrating from that standpoint. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that I do. Anytime I've ever been in Vegas and I've bet on football games, it's not turned out well. So, and let's just say, coin toss, I'm going to go tails.
All right, there you go, tails for Greeny. Greeny, I like to ask people this. If you could choose, and this is all time, alive or dead, if you could choose your ultimate Super Bowl halftime show, who would you have performing at the half?
Oh, man. I would probably do a combination of people, maybe something like a little bit for everybody, because I kind of go across, except for country music. I mean, I'm a hip-hop, I like some rock and roll stuff. I mean, I was a Prince fan growing up. So how about something like throwing in an LL Cool J, a Prince, and an AC/DC to do some kind of compilation across all their different songs? How's that?
Something for everybody. I like that. Greeny, what do we got coming up? 8 to 10 a.m. Saturday right here on Pirate Radio on the Golf Shop Radio Show. What all are you guys talking about?
Well, we're going to talk a little, obviously, Super Bowl with Bill Bender, and we've got, since the Olympics are going on, we've got the great Olympic speed skater, Dan Jansen. We've got some controversy with Michaela Schifrin having some problems, and Dan Jansen had problems as well when he was, the favorite to win. So we'll get some insight from him on that, as well as the Olympics. We've got a couple of other things going on. We've got a couple of other companies with some great new products, whether it's a new putter or something like that. So stay tuned and learn a lot.
Good stuff. Greeny, thanks for joining us. Enjoy your super weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, have a good one. Thanks.
Mark Greenhalgh, Golf Shop Radio Show. We recorded that a couple of hours ago before it was official. Now it is official. Harold Varner III missing the cut today. I went 2 under today, but finished the tournament +2 at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. So he will not be playing on Saturday and Sunday. All right, let's take another break. When we return, we'll talk more Super Bowl with Wager McGhee. He hadn't joined us since the college football season. We'll go over some of his favorite props for Super Bowl 56 when we return after this.
Woo! Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it New York style. So you can fold it or not. Ain't gonna lie though, I fold it. Get a New York style pizza from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the new Papa John's New York Style Pizza is a MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Hey, Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com.
At US Cellular, we know you have a choice of wireless carriers. And while the other guys may limit your choice of free phones, at US Cellular, you can choose any phone from any brand for free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. What's new, Dr. Jones?
Yes, we just added 6,000 more square feet of gym space where we're now able to offer our athletic movement programs. They're age-specific programs that help you develop speed, power, agility, and strength to give you that athletic edge. So come by and see us at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness on Arlington Boulevard or check us out online at kptonline.com. That's kptonline.com.
If you love the food at Villa Verde, and hey, who doesn't? Now Villa Verde makes it even easier for you to order takeout. Tell us about it, Jay.
If you go to myvillaverde.com, you can order online and we'll have it ready for you to go. Plus, you can pick it up at either one of our locations. No waiting in line to pay and no waiting at all. Just pick it up and go. With online ordering from myvillaverde.com or from our mobile app, plus even from our Facebook page. Villa Verde, with 2 Greenville locations to serve you. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, taking a quick look at your stock market report. It was not a good day. The Dow dropped 503 points and finished out the week at 34,738. The NASDAQ was down 394 at 13,791. And the S&P fell 85 points and closed out the week at 4,418. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, let's keep the Super Bowl chat rolling with our old friend Wager McGhee, who we haven't talked to in a while. He joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Wager, welcome back. How you doing?
I'm good, Clip. You?
Doing good. I have not talked to you in a while. I don't know if you've been in hiding because you won so much money this season and you don't want people to know where you are, or either you lost a lot of money and are hiding from folks. Where have you been these last couple months?
Just hiding out, I think. So recovering from a long, grueling season. But, hey, woke back up for Super Bowls. Everybody else does in America.
All right, the hibernation is over. It's time to get real, time to get serious. Let's start with the game itself and the total. Do you have plays on those?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I know you will be shocked to hear that I would probably lean on the over more than anything else on the total. I think it's really just the matchup of the Rams passing game at where it is versus the Bengals pass defense. I can't see how they're going to be able to slow the Rams pass game down, even though they've done okay in the playoffs so far, but they've struggled a little bit except for Tannehill. But that was Tannehill, and still he and A.J. Brown had a huge game. And I think Burrow will throw the ball a whole lot, so I think they'll get some points there as well. So I do lean on the over. I think I'm with you. I've got 2 Rams future tickets, so I'm definitely investing in the Rams there from that standpoint. I did hedge a little bit once you got to Bengals plus 4.5.
Yeah.
I got some Bengals to hedge that because I saw a stat that since 2000, Super Bowl favorites of 4+ points have gone 2-10-1 against the spread. Then we just need the Rams to win, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I also played a 6-point tease of Cincinnati plus 10.5 And I think the total then was 48. I think it's 48.5 now. So I got the Bengals plus 10.5 and over 42 in that 6-point tease there.
All right, let's talk pregame props. You love a coin toss. What are you going with this year?
Oh, I think I always lean towards tails. Tails never fails.
Can we stop that phrase, by the way? Tails does fail.
And it has in 3 of the last 4 years, too. For all those people at home tracking, because I know it's the most important prop bet of the year, the game, everybody has to start with it. Tails leads all time 29-26, but the heads has won 3 of the last 4. I'm trying to find a prop, and I'm sure the Superbook has it, but I don't think I'm going to be in Vegas, and I can't find one online. That you may know this already or may have heard, but the coin toss winner has lost the last 7 straight Super Bowls. Did you know that?
Wow. So go ahead and hit it in a live bet right after the coin toss, I guess.
That's right. Yeah, I guess. I was looking for a prop. I wasn't looking for, but I guess I could. As soon as I see who wins the coin toss, I'll just go ahead and bet the other side in running.
Yeah.
But no, it's a fun prop bet. I love tails on that. Usually there's a pretty good string of runs for heads and tails, which is amazing because it should be 50-50. And with heads being 3 of the last 4, maybe it changes to tails this year. So we'll go there, but then I love that. We'll in-running bet the winner to lose the game there.
There you go. All right, Wager McGhee joining us. Where I'm currently looking, I'm sure it's out there. I don't see a over-under on time for the national anthem. I do see, will it be odd or even seconds, the national anthem length, which just sounds like a total scam where they could rig this one way or the other so you lose. So I'm not getting involved in the in the seconds, odd or even for the anthem. Also, Zach Maskovich has not spoiled the anthem like he did for America last year in Tampa. So there's that one.
I was about to say,
yeah.
Do we have a friend standing out? Although it's a dome, do we have a friend standing outside and recording the anthem today or not in practice?
I don't believe so. We got Zach in Florida. We got Feldman in Texas, but no Super Bowls there. So we don't have a man on the scene this year. All right. Any other before we get to like player props? Any other weird props you're looking at for the Super Bowl?
No, I don't know if field goals are weird props. I mean, that with Mcpherson being such a weapon right now, I actually love that one. So it was the Bengals make the longest field goal, but that's more in game. I haven't done any of those. I saw one today. Who will speak first in halftime? I guess that's what we're saying, not singing. I saw Dr. Dre, I think, was the favorite, but he was still plus money at 125. I think Stoop was 135. Why not? I'll probably throw it on one of those because I'm pretty excited about the halftime show. I would think it's probably Dr. Dre that's going to speak first, so I'll take the plus 125 and cash out on that.
All right, Dr. Dre speaks first. Wager McGee's got it. All right, how about player props? We've talked about, can you make the Cooper Kupp number too high? Is there, he's just going over everything. So how about Kupp and the other players as far as props go?
Yeah, I don't think you can, but, obviously there's other receivers there. The tight ends have really exploited the Bengals this postseason. Kelsey led the Chiefs in receiving, and then Waller led the Raiders, even though they're 2 of the main ones. So I think you could look at the Rams tight ends a little bit as well, and then Beckham will get his. I think everybody's going to get some. So I was kind of looking more at Stafford for his over prop, which was 283.5. That's what I saw this morning. 3 games against 3 really good defenses so far in the playoffs. Obviously, 3 better defenses than the Bengals. He's averaging 301 yards in those. He is at home, so you got to factor that in. He's had 10 games in this in the environment, on the turf, lighting, the background, all those things that would be affected there. He's thrown for over 283 yards in 7 of those 10 home games this year. So I like it. I like everything about it. I think I think they'll go empty a whole lot. There was some other stuff there about empty backfields and things like that. Hang on just a second. That they're number 1 in running empty formations, and the Bengals defense ranked 32nd versus teams running empty in pass attempts and then first downs allowed in that formation. So I can see the stat in Akers has been a little iffy. I could see the Rams just really kind of giving up on not giving up on it, but focusing on the pass pretty early. So I like his props. I like everything about that. Because of that, then I think he could be the MVP. Unless Kupp has like 150 plus and 2 touchdowns. I kind of hammered Cooper Kupp on his over receiving yards and did alternate yards as well. I saw like a player receiving with 150 plus receiving is plus 140, but you can actually get Kupp at I got this one at over 139, so 11 less yards than that at plus 148. At 149, so basically at 150, it's better payout. It's plus 168. So I like all that. Again, with A.J. Brown having 142 against the Bengals in the first playoff game or in the Titans game, Kelsey had almost 100. Walker had 76. The main receivers for the other teams have really exploited the Bengals, who are 26th in the league against the pass. So I like Stafford. I like Kupp. I mean, there's a lot being made about the Eli Apple covering Kupp. I don't think it's gonna go well. So I kind of agree with all the things that are being said online.
Yeah, you mentioned the tight ends there too. It got me thinking. I love first touchdown bets and hit a couple this year, including with Beckham in a night game that I can't recall. But anyway, are you? How about first touchdown? And I bring the tight ends up because I'm like addicted to playing the tight ends for first touchdown.
Yeah, I did Kupp at 5-1, but the next one I did was Higbee at 14-1.
Yeah.
So I like that. I really think I saw a lot of things about within 15 yards of the line of scrimmage and inside of the numbers, the Rams struggle, right? So the linebackers have trouble covering the passes, the receivers during that pace and during that or in that area. And Boyd is kind of the main one there for the Bengals. That's really where he lives. And the Rams are second worst in giving up quarterback QBR in that area. So they're probably going to attack short, middle of the field. I guess the Bengals tight end's going to play. I don't know. I know he threw his knee brace away at the pep rally, so I guess he's going to. But Boyd is 18-1 on a first touchdown. So I looked at some value. Also did Burrow. I mean, Burrow can run it in, sneak it in. He's 28-1. So those are the four first touchdown bets that I've done so far.
All right, Wager McGhee joining us, talking game, talking props, touchdowns. What else, Wager? Anything else you're looking at for Sunday?
I did. I think I started talking about the field goals. I know everybody loves talking about field goals. But, I mean, just the way that Mcpherson is playing and the confidence and the longest field goal prop is Cincinnati. It's minus 135, so you got to pay a little bit there. But I still like that. I mean, he's played 3 outdoor cold, games, and he kicked a 52-yarder against Kansas City, a 54 and a 52 against Tennessee, with 52 at the end of the game to win, and a 43 against Las Vegas. He had 4 field goals there. Indoors, I think they get anywhere inside of 60, and they're in range for him. I could see the Rams again going for it a little bit more, and maybe not necessarily settling for the long field goals, but hopefully. We're not at the end of the half, and the Rams kind of do something like that. Also, a lot of the first drives in this postseason have ended in a field goal. I don't know if you played that one yet, but again, because of Mcpherson, maybe Bengals wanting to get some points on the board early on, not necessarily taking as big of a gamble, maybe on a 4th and long. The first drive ending in a field goal was plus 340, so I put a little on that.
Yeah, I like that.
So also, I thought, again, because I think both teams are going to attack. The Rams are only 21st versus the pass. I mean, they obviously can get pressure on Burrow, but they've struggled. They're 21st versus the pass. The Bengals are 26th. I naturally think then, I'm no offense coordinator, but both teams are going to be able to attack the other team through the air. The first play of the game being a pass is plus 109 is what I got at this morning. I think a run, generally a conservative run, is like minus 135, 140 or something like that. But I did those a little bit off the, not necessarily tied to a specific prop, although the field goal is going to be with Cincinnati because that's all based on the hottest, arguably the fourth hottest player in this game being Evan McPherson.
All right, wager. We're up against it. Good stuff. If you think of anything else, send it out via social media, and we'll get it out to the public. But
I'm there. I would look at Higgins. That's the only other thing I would say that it's late. Everybody's going to look at Chase, but Higgins is leading the Bengals postseason in receptions, and the Rams have struggled with tall wide receivers from what Mike Evans did to them. Higgins is 6'4", and again, the last 2 weeks, knock out the 1 and the 2 seed. Burrow's looked at him a little bit more. He's had 13 receptions for 199 yards last 2 weeks, and he had 2 really good games against the best 2 pass defenses they played, number 6, number 7. He combined in those 2 games for about 5.5 receptions and 96 yards. So that was the last point is Higgins.
All right, good stuff. Wager, good to hear from you again. Maybe we'll talk to you around NCAA tournament time and talk more.
Oh, definitely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Wager.
All right. Bye, Clip.
Wager McGhee joining us. Good to hear his voice again. We'll talk some March Madness with him in a month or so. Let's take our final break. We'll come back and wrap it up here on a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We are back with you after these words. Bud Light next.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above. Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Hey, this is Troy D, proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you miss a show on Pirate Radio? Well, you can listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. You can subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, here's a preview of what's coming up next on Pirate Radio. Chandler, higher total. Joe Mixon rushing yards or ECU points scored against SMU in basketball on Saturday night.
I'm going to go ECU with a higher score.
All right, there's a preview. We're doing props next on The Huddle with Morgan Ahlers if you're listening to our live Friday edition. All right, for Shirley Rose, Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer, I am Clip Brock. We'll see you Monday at 3 on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation.